Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Lunatic Radio Show. It is, we're running a bit late today, but we got a full studio. I'm Kieran, no Rock, and today Rock's off doing some work, broadcasting live from Arizona. Rock's back in New York doing his whatever he does when he's not doing the radio show, which is probably a lot of things. Live number to call in 718-690-9290. Joining me in studio is my old friend from the great city of New York. He's the owner of the Stand Comedy Club. He's world famous in my book. His name is Chris Italia, and he's joining me on the show. He's got this horn thing. It's gonna drive me crazy, the old fucking show.
Welcome to the Kieran McCann intervention.
Why is it an intervention?
Because everyone that cares about you is in one room.
By the way, yeah, the studio is full of 4 guys. We got 4 guys in the studio today, but the other 2 guys aren't on camera. We do have an extra microphone. Our buddy TJ's on it right now. Go ahead, TJ.
No.
And Leroy Jenkins is here. He's sitting in the back. He showed up to meet Chris because I've been talking about Chris for a long time. Chris and I go way back.
I'm honored, sir. I'm honored.
Yeah, Chris and I go way back, and we were actually doing shows together fucking like 20 years ago.
Sure. Yeah, when you first started out. Back in college when I didn't know you.
Yeah. I don't even know how we met, to be honest with you. And I asked you that the last time you came out to Arizona.
Radio war. It was a radio war.
Oh, we had a radio war with you?
Yeah, I was the Chaos radio show. We had an internet radio war.
Was it fake or was it real?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, it couldn't have been too serious.
Yeah, radio wars. Those are always fun, you know? When guys don't argue directly at each other, they yell at each other through the radio show that they broadcast. It's very fun.
Thanks for the history lesson.
Yeah. Why are you being a prick today?
Because I'm still upset about
What?
the fact that there's no progress.
Nope. No progress in what?
In your private life.
Chris, I've known Chris for a very long time, and Chris is bewildered by my lack of vagina intake. Is that the way to put it?
Sure, if that's what you want. You're arguably the best looking person in this room right now.
It's only 4 people here.
Right. That's something.
And it's all right.
I
Yeah.
can never say that in
I'm a
any
midget.
room I'm in.
Well, here's the fucking problem, Chris. You know, I've hit that fucking cusp. I'm 42 years old. I'll
You
say
don't
my
even know your
fucking
own
age.
age?
Fuck it. I'm 42 years old. I know my own age. I live alone. So I'm hitting that creep.
By choice.
I'm hitting that creep glass ceiling. Like, you know, because I live alone. I'm 42.
Yeah, you converted your bedroom into a radio studio.
Yeah. I got that going on. You know, I own a cat. You don't live here, though. But
Where
if I
is
did
it?
it,
Where's the cat?
It lives with my parents. He would have a lot more fun over there.
I guess so. Is it an outdoor cat? Does it go out?
No, it doesn't go out. It just stays indoors. And, yeah. So I'm like, I feel like when I see broads in the, I probably shouldn't call them broads. That's probably, probably.
Especially in this Me Too time that we live in.
Fuck that.
We shouldn't call them broads or
What should I call them? Dames?
dames or coozes or
Who-was.
any of those old terms.
So you're, yeah. I just feel like when I see chicks in the gym, I go to the gym a lot, Chris. This is what I do. And I see girls at the gym, and when I look at them and if they make eye contact with me, I automatically in my head think I'm a creep because they see me and they're like, he's short, he's old, and he's always here by himself, so he must be a rapist. That's what I think they think.
They don't think that.
What do you think they think?
They're all biting their
I
lip.
guarantee you it's exactly what they're
They're
thinking.
all biting their lip and going, man, I want a piece of that.
That's all there is. I'm fucking tiny.
Yeah, they want a piece of that.
All they think is, I just want to get to them Lucky Charms. Little short Irish guy. I want them Lucky Charms.
And that was the second thing. I'm short. So
what?
Half the women out there are automatically cut off.
Yeah, but
They're taller.
But you have probably a 6-pack, right?
No, I don't. Fuck that.
You got a V-shaped back.
Yeah. But I'm fucking tiny.
Doesn't matter. You're in shape.
All right, I don't get laid. What's the big deal? It's not a big
this
fucking
is a
deal.
big deal.
Can we not be friends anymore because I don't get laid?
This is a big deal because every time I come out here, I try to get you out to meet women.
Right.
And last night I invited you out.
Right.
I said, hey, there's a girl right there for you. And you went as far away from her as possible.
Wait, hold on, though. Let's finish it. So, with that being said, so what'd you do about it, Chris?
I mean,
Yeah. What'd you do about
I
it?
had to take care of business if you weren't. It's not my fault. You left.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I mean, I figured that's what I would. All right, here, let me set up. Chris invited us out, myself and TJ out to the House of Comedy here in AZ, which is great, to see Vlad Kamano perform, and we had a blast. It was awesome, this and that and the other thing. After the show, Chris sends me one of these cryptic texts that I'm at the Blue Lagoon.
Blue Martini.
And I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I am. I don't know where the Blue Martini is.
It's right down the block from the
You
club.
send me your text messages are very, like when I send you a text, I'm like,
Sorry, I
hey
was
Chris.
dealing with women. What do you want me to do? I don't have time to text you.
When I send you a text, I'm like, hey Chris, where are you at? And he's like, I'm at a place with trees. That's kind of what you respond with, and I have to like go on this fucking adventure. Fucking find the next clue to where Chris is.
Was
at.
it that
We
hard?
literally took 10 steps to get there.
Yeah,
We walked
exactly.
out of the
I'm
comedy
embellishing
club,
a little
We were
bit.
there in about
Thank you for clearing that up.
10, maybe 11 strides.
All right, so I asked Vlad where the blue Martini was, and he told me where the Blue Martini was, and we went to the fucking Blue Martini, and you were there outside on the outside patio with the guys, and you were sitting next to a very lovely woman.
Sure.
And when I approached you, I was like, that girl's not mine. I came in to go see you.
She wasn't mine.
But if she was going to be anybody's, it's going to be
All you had
yours.
to do was take my seat, which I offered you,
He did offer you. Like
and
3
start
times
talking
he
to
offered
her
you to see.
casually.
What am I going to do? I'm going to
Listen,
bring.
let me explain something to you. You are a forbidden fruit out here.
Want to give me a fucking handy in my K car?
You're a guy from New York, and you can totally, score with chicks because you're just different.
I'm
They
different.
They don't get guys like you out here that much.
What are you talking about?
You're exotic.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Fucking exotic about me.
You're very
I
exotic.
wear clothes from Old Navy. There's nothing exotic
You have
about
a
it.
New York accent.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit about anything. And girls are attracted to that stuff.
I don't think that's.
You're a good-looking guy too.
What do you want to do?
Take the glasses
Nothing.
off. Take the glasses off for a second.
No, I got bags on the
Just 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds.
What am I doing?
TJ, look.
I look like an absolute creep.
Leroy, TJ, you'd bang that, right? If you were a girl.
I'm saying, like, if I was into white guys,
Yeah.
like, you'd be on the radar.
Yes. See?
You know?
Yeah, it's because I'm fucking smaller.
Listen
Listen, fucking dominate me.
You look like, here's the thing, though. You got this look, like, you look like you got money.
I
You know what I
do.
mean? Like, you got this, no. When
You
you're
just
talking
gotta
about-
not wear
you got this
hats all the
look.
time.
You got this look like you're educated and you got money, which we both know
It's
you're
none of-
broke. But hey, they don't need to know that.
They don't know that.
They don't need to know that.
Yeah, but they're gonna find out pretty quick when I'm driving them home in my fucking Kia Focus or whatever Kia Forte, and I'm asking them to put $10 in the tank.
Why would you ask them to put $10?
I would leave my car there, take an Uber, bring them back here, say this is your side house.
Yeah, this is where,
Yes,
I, bring,
that's
this is
side
where I
house.
bring my women. Right?
Where I do podcasting and masturbate.
I got this apartment just for the podcast.
Right.
Boom.
That would be a stretch. Will you stop with the damn thing?
Hey, by the way, just a quick shout out to everybody in the chat room commenting. What's up, everybody? What's up, cool teacher?
Yeah.
Albert Sims and my boy Travis
Oh, is
Haynes
there
from
people in the chat
back
room?
home. What up, though?
People are actually listening to this. Well, Chris Italia is joining us on the show today, and he's going to.
We're trying to fix Kieran. That's what we're doing.
No, that's somebody else's podcast, and I don't want to fucking talk about that.
The stars have aligned. All of us are here at
Yeah. To what?
the same time to help you out.
Yeah,
To
but this
say-
makes you guys feel better.
But no.
Every
this isn't- this
every
is to
3 months
say-
we get together,
No, this is to
and it's
say-
like, hey, we get to go pick on Kira. That's
This
a great day. I
can't-
always love that day.
This can't go on
Uh,
this way anymore.
so some girls got to take the fucking bullet.
No, you have to take the bullet. What are you trying to do
I
there?
wish I had a gunshot sound effect, but it didn't work.
Yeah, sorry.
Timing. See, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. I got bad timing. I had a girlfriend. I fucking had a girl when I was out
Yeah,
here.
the Long Beach girl.
Yeah, the Long Beach girl.
And what happened with that?
That didn't work out too well.
Why don't you just call her right now?
Huh?
Call her right
Oh,
now.
she don't like me. This is the one I had to pull. I pulled the switch on. Remember the switch?
But yeah, with the sister. And that
Yeah,
was a bad
I tried to.
idea. Really bad.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen
You
anymore.
can't go up to someone's sister.
That's like if some girl was dating me, and then she ends up blowing my brother. It's
Why
fucking
don't
not
we
gonna
call
work
her-
out.
Why don't we call her on the air and ask her what went wrong?
She don't answer the phone. This was the problem. This was actually one of the problems I had when I dated her. She's like, I don't like to talk on the phone, and we both live on different states. So I'm like, all right, so I guess I'll just fucking send you a letter.
That means she does a lot of fucking behind your back.
No, I don't think she was like. She's very private. Maybe, I don't know. Fuck.
Why don't we
She
call
never
her?
wanted to talk on the phone because she can't talk with a dick in her mouth.
What's her number? What's her number?
Fuck you. That's her number.
Let's just call her.
No,
What do you got
I
to lose?
can't.
If she doesn't pick up, she doesn't pick up.
She's dating somebody. I'm not gonna.
So what?
Huh? No, we're not doing that.
Why don't we call the other girl?
Who's that?
The
No.
one that
No. That's open up a whole nother can of
we
worms.
call
That
TJ's
motherfucker will be on a
girlfriend's
flight.
Friend that you screwed that up with.
Oh, I didn't really screw that up. We went mini golf.
He just never did
Yeah,
anything with it. He never.
But what do you think of that? What was your analysis of that?
He
Too shy.
Yeah, he froze. He was a deer in the headlights, and it wasn't. It was set up casually, so we were just hanging out.
But he never made a move, right?
Yeah, but he never made. Yeah, and he was standoffish, and he gave a shitty vibe from the start. But he did take a fucking golf ball for her though.
What do you mean?
I did.
Remember when you fucking got hit by that golf ball? That fucking putt them kids fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hit it with a golf ball.
That would happen to you.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, this guy's a fucking
So you look.
dweeb.
So you're in your element, and you still couldn't.
Maybe that's why I still do the radio show. So because I did pick up a girlfriend from the radio show.
When was that?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, we're talking about right now.
I know, but maybe it will happen again.
When was the last time you had relations with a woman?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You ask me if I have a God complex?
Yeah.
Woman's face.
It's well, it was Thanksgiving.
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 What year?
2002.
Thanksgiving, and
Seriously, what year?
how long have I lived here? 4 years.
2014.
All right, cut that in half.
You have not touched a woman in over 2 years?
Well, no, I bump into him every once in a while.
No. You haven't touched a woman in 2 years.
Yeah.
You don't see anything wrong with that.
Huh? Yeah, absolutely, just a shit ton wrong.
You're not doing anything about it.
Like I hang out with myself in the fucking apartment every night's like an apocalypse now scene.
I see your
We
arms
get
are
all
getting,
hammered and
I
shit,
see
and
your
fucking
arms are
punching
getting
mirrors.
bigger.
Huh?
I see your arms are getting bigger.
Yeah, but I'm getting older, Chris.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but
I'm not the young fucking buck anymore.
you don't even know how you would handle a woman at this point.
I don't.
It's like starting all over.
I think the only way I'm getting one is
What is the biggest hesitation with talking to a woman? What is it?
Huh?
What's the biggest hesitation?
I don't know. TJ tells me this all the time. He tells me, he's like, oh, you just you overthink it. Like you think you got to come up with some sort of like fucking poetry.
Why can't
That's
you?
exactly. He thinks it's gonna be like some. It's gonna be like some story.
I gotta
fucking
say
shit.
some witty fucking
and it's
comments.
Not.
Why
It's just a
can't you-
vibe. As long as if you walk in a room and you walk in a room like I'm fucking like these people should be happy that I'm fucking here. Like I own this bitch. That's how you do. Instead, Kieran walks in the room. Yeah, I get.
Huh? His mic is up low.
My mic
his
is
a little
low?
bit up, yeah.
But I can't control it anyway.
I'll just talk on the mic.
Yeah, talk
But
on the mic.
anyway, that's what I'm saying. You walk in a room and you automatically give out this vibe like, oh my god, like people are looking at me like I don't. Oh shit. Oh. You know, that's the. You psych yourself out, Kieran. You have no fucking confidence.
Why
Get
can't you
your
just
shit
talk
together.
to women the way you like? Pretend you're on the radio. Pretend you were doing your podcast.
Yeah, but like the first thing that comes to mind is like a dick joke or a masturbation joke.
Some girls.
These are
like
all
dick
go-tos,
jokes.
and I shouldn't go
Some girls like
with
dick
in a
jokes.
social situation.
Some girls like dick jokes.
Yeah,
Why don't you give it a try?
a lot of people don't.
But you don't know that.
We're in the
You
Me
don't know-
Too moment.
But you don't know which girl
Movement.
is which. You're not asking them to, strip down naked and bang them. But if you talk to them a certain way,
But I hear
they'll
with
just do that themselves.
With the new generation, you can just be like, "Hey, you want to bang? We don't need to fucking talk," and they're like, "Yeah,
yeah, so do that.
huh?"
Do that.
But don't you think like it's not going to work sometimes? Like,
Yeah,
see, I'm always
so
worried
what?
about like the negative. Like, I'm always not thinking it's going to work out positively.
Oh, you're scared of rejection. Who gives a
Listen,
shit?
man, listen.
That's why I never fucking made it.
Yeah, but who cares?
I
You
said,
gonna see them again?
I'll say this. I said very little last night. Very little. And sometimes that's the best way to go.
Were you with the girl at the Blue Martini?
Right.
And she
So-
was just like, "Fuck it, this is it."
Yeah. That's it, man. It's
But you were sitting outside at a lovely fucking.
So were you.
You looked like a fucking New York mob boss out there.
You were kind of at the guy.
Yeah, that mob was.
There
Yeah,
was
that
more
like.
there was more thread counts. Let me tell you something, Dave. Oh, let me tell you something, Leroy. There was more thread counts at this fucking table than I've ever seen in my life. And I'm from Detroit, where they get suited and booted.
Yeah.
But these fucking thread counts at this table.
But this fucking guy sitting at the goddamn table,
he did have that going. He did have a pretty good advantage.
Dave, we gotta take care of some business, and then maybe you're gonna come home and suck my pecker. That's what it was. That was the vibe you were getting.
All right, so then go with that. Why don't you become that if you think that's what's going to work? Just sit there with an open button-down shirt.
Yeah.
Show off your chest a little bit.
A little hamburger meat hanging out. You know what I mean?
And tell them, hey, I'm open for business. Kieran,
Right.
I'm open for business. That's what you got to say.
I had a good time last night, though.
Right, for like 30 seconds that you were there, and then you got uncomfortable, and you're like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I don't like fucking in crowded places. I'm a little bit of
even crowded.
What do they call that? The agoraphobic.
Yeah, no, I noticed you're agoraphobic.
Yeah, I don't like crowded areas. I think it's because I'm fucking tiny, though.
Would you guys have gone home without him last night?
Oh, 100%.
If he was like talking to a chick?
100%.
So what's wrong with you?
My girlfriend would have fucking loved if that would have happened.
Yeah.
We should have went to the bikini barista. I'm looking at my phone.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you would go to a place like Bikini Barista.
Yeah, no.
Versus actually talking to a woman that's like wants to talk to you.
Did she really want to talk to me though? She was like,
yeah, she would have talked to you.
You had your, you had your friend Rick there, who's very entertaining guy. He's fucking tremendous dude. He's doing magic tricks.
Yeah.
She don't want to talk to the elf. She wants to fucking talk to the guy doing magic tricks.
Right off of his momentum. He's entertaining everybody. And
Yeah.
all you gotta do is like, yeah, this guy's great, and you're just hanging out, and you just like talk, just strike up a conversation. Where are you from? Oh no, where are you from? Oh, how long have you been here? Blah blah blah, and then it just leads into the next thing and the next thing, and then finally you go home with them or something.
This is funny because Chris introduced me to the girl, and I go, "Oh, hi, my name's Kieran," and then that was it. And then Chris pulls me aside. He's like, "You should have asked her her name, you dumbass."
Look at her. I said, "Did you look at her?" I had to say this. But I said, "Did you look at her in her eyes?" He's like, "Yes, I did." I was like, "Did you ask her her name?" He's like, "No."
And he's like, "That's where you fuck up."
That makes it awkward already.
That's where I fucked up.
Why wouldn't you ask her for your name?
Because I don't care. And that's what you said to me last night. He's like, "You didn't ask her name because you don't care."
Fine.
And I'm like, "You're right. I don't."
So here's what you do: you sit down, you say nothing, and you let them come to you, and you let them talk to you.
That never happens to a guy my size.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You never tried.
I probably do have that.
It happens a lot, Chris.
I have that.
It does.
I have that Napoleon complex, maybe.
Which is what?
I don't know.
You don't even know what a Napoleon complex
What
is?
is it?
It's Napoleon complex is making up for your limitations. That's what.
I don't know. I don't do that.
And
I don't have a Napoleon complex. I just learned.
Let me tell you something, Chris. So first time I go out to the bar with this guy, we're in the bar, just four guys hanging out, having some beers. He had on an Odell Beckham Jr. shirt.
Right.
So this chick, this
ODB,
Giants,
man.
this Giants fan comes walking up. The hottest chick in the bar, comes up. She's like, "Oh, ODB, hell yeah, blah blah blah." Gets to chopping it up.
Or is it OBJ?
Kieran
OBJ.
keeps looking at us.
right.
In between looking at her and commenting on what she's saying, like, is anybody going to save me here?
Well, then no.
And then it kept being awkward, and she kept asking him questions to get engaged in the conversation. Finally, she's like, "Well, yeah, maybe I'll see you around tonight," and just kind of walks away like,
What?
the fuck's wrong with you?"
Holy
The
shit!
hottest girl in the bar. You remember
What the
that?
fuck
That was
is
the first time
wrong
we
with
all went
you?
out.
Huh?
That was a clear path.
Well, no. There was a fucking dude next to me named fucking Chili Dip or whatever the fuck his name is.
Then he comes up with excuses.
No,
This
there
is
was
the second
no.
time.
Okay.
This
is what we're
dude
talking
totally
about.
fucked me.
This is what we're talking about.
This is after you were bombing, though.
This
After you were bombing, that's when he finally
Bombing.
came in and you were bombing with her.
I didn't even talk to her.
Yeah, you were. You,
Oh, I
yeah,
said-
you were. That was what you were
I
feeling.
like the giant. Yeah. I was.
And then he, yeah. Then
This
he
is what I'm
came in
talking
with
about.
the fucking
A
dick
girl
joke.
came to you. She came to you,
She
Yeah.
did.
and you
Okay.
did nothing about it.
I don't even have to look at you knowing that you look at me. You fucking have to look at you. I can feel your fucking look.
See, that got your attention. I don't understand this.
You know how bad I am, Chris? I'll tell you how fucking bad I am. I went to go cover one of those goddamn porn conventions. They just
remember
had
that.
it in New York.
I remember
the
that.
Exotica.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to that, and there was a porn star that we actually used to have on the show there.
That's not who you should be.
I know, but this is how I'm telling you. This is how bad I don't pick up hints. The porn star who has sex for a living asked me if I'm going back to the hotel after the convention.
Right.
And I said, no, I have to go back to Long Island. I should have said, obviously, yes. Where the fuck is the hotel? How do I get there the quickest way?
She wanted you to come.
That's how bad I am at picking up hits. Because I don't feel like the fucking broads
so
want
what were
to.
you thinking when that girl in the Giants hat or whatever she was wearing? What did you feel at that moment when she approached you?
She just likes my shirt, like very literal.
So you think she was just
like
being
she's a
nice.
Cowboy fan
Women-
and doesn't like the Giants.
Women don't normally compliment men unless they want to talk to them. So why would she approach you if she wasn't somewhat interested in getting to know who you are?
Oh, fucking people like talking to me because I'm very, I'm non-threatening.
You're approachable, but you
right.
should be using that.
And that's what I'm saying. That carries you to the next step. That's half the battle right there.
Yeah.
God, this really did turn into an intervention. I got my legs crossed right now, and I'm looking at Kieran, and
Because I'm sick
I'm
of
in
this.
my feelings for him.
Because I know.
Because he's my friend, and I really want to help him out. Like, this really did turn into
Because
an
I've known him in relationships, and he's happier.
Am I?
Yeah. Yeah, you
I
are.
don't know. I used to get punched in the face all the time.
That's a whole.
That wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. That was a nightmare. I got all fat during that one, too. I like that young girl I dated. That girl's dynamo.
Which one?
The fucking
Long Beach?
Never. No. The blonde girl.
I mean,
You ever meet her? Maybe you didn't never met her.
Is that the 19-year-old?
oh, that was the one when you first moved here or something?
No, it was back in the day.
No, I don't remember that.
It's the one I met through the show.
Oh, well, what happened with that?
Well, she found another dick.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of dicks out there. A lot of dicks out there. A little
What's
different.
going on in that department?
Huh? What, my penis?
Yeah, what do you got? What are you
Hey,
packing?
what two grown men talking about my
What are you
penis?
packing?
Huh?
What are you packing?
Something I can use to go to the bathroom with.
All right, let me ask you a question. Are you self-conscious about that part?
No.
Because that could lead to your, not having confidence talking to women.
Well, you know what? I did. The girl I just mentioned was 5'9.5".
Right.
Yeah, my unit's not good enough for that one.
Why didn't you say that? I've
you
gone
need
out
a-
with taller girls.
Yeah, but
Wait,
you
what does her height have to do with your...
Because he's saying
I feel like the vagina's bigger.
it's not proportionate.
It's not.
Her size to his size
Yes.
is not proportionate. You saying she had a longer vagina and you couldn't do...
My
And just hit the walls, dude.
my plug was too small for her outlet.
What did you say, your average size?
Huh?
Above average or...
Average size for a guy my size. No, I'm good. I mean, it's not terrible.
All right.
I'm not. That's not 3 inch.
Where would you rank your ability to satisfy a woman? Where would you rank your ability?
What, a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah, scale of 1 to 10, whatever scale you want to use.
I don't know. Because when I get hammered, sometimes I'm really good, but then maybe I don't really. I don't know. Kind of has my cut. Yeah, I like
All
that.
right, what's your move? Get a girl back to your apartment. What's your move?
Breathe into this.
So crazy. No, seriously, what is your first move?
You'll fit in my trunk. Huh?
What's your first move?
Put your face on the pillow. Put your ass in the air.
I mean, I can see you doing.
I don't.
You know what? If you're fucking with a young enough chick, I mean, that actually could work.
Yeah, that
but-
could work. Yeah.
I don't really have a move.
What do you do?
Most of the time I get hammered and they're hammered too, and there's like, all right, you know, drunk sex isn't that great.
Okay, right. So non-drunk sex. What do you do?
Do you remember
I don't know.
to do?
No, I remember.
See, I think there's obviously a lot of things at play here. I think he doesn't enjoy sex.
No, I do.
No,
Yeah.
because if you enjoyed sex, you would want it all the time, and you go get it.
I do.
No, I think he's gotten complacent. I think he.
Yeah,
I think,
right.
I think the access to porn and everything,
Yes.
and being in your own apartment,
Right.
has ruined you because now that makes you more comfortable
Right.
doing that. Like you're like,
Right.
well, why would I? Because I could just go home, get
I'm
any girl I want.
actually working on a TV pitch for guys like you.
Really?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Do you remember Dante Nero? Do you know Dante?
Yeah, the comedian. Yeah.
Who's also like a dating expert.
What's the podcast he hosts? The
Base Phillips.
Basil. Yeah.
And basically, what we've come to realize is guys like Kieran become shut-ins, and they become part of this group called incels. You know what incels are?
It doesn't sound like a good thing. What is an incel? I don't know what an incel is.
Basically, it winds up being the people that, like, shoot people up.
Shoot.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like shoot
yeah,
people up?
kill people.
Oh, I'm not going to shoot anybody.
That's how it starts. Because you're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of going out and talking to people and being part of society.
Yeah, but those are fucking nutballs.
Yeah, they are nutballs, but they feel like they've been rejected their whole lives, and then it all works up to this moment.
But
where they're gonna go.
that's an extreme.
It's an extreme, yes. But what I'm saying to you is, he has a theory. Dante has a theory called no winks, right?
No wings.
Means any guy in your position, he says you have to challenge yourself to only masturbate once a month and not watch porn.
That's not happening.
And if you adopt this philosophy, it forces you to go socialize. It's really not even about anything, that's misogynistic or anything like that. It just forces you into society. It makes you go out. It makes you socialize. It makes you talk to people. Because if you become desensitized because you're just watching porn and jerking off all the time, then really what is the point of going out and trying to forge a relationship with somebody?
To be honest with you, I can see that. It makes sense.
It makes 100% sense. That's exactly what it is. Because we've become desensitized as a society, and we're not like going out looking for shit anymore. We just get it on our computer.
I hear Jim Norton talk about that a lot, like on his radio show, Jim and Sam on Satellite Radio.
He was addicted to porn for a while.
Yeah, and he like forbid himself from fucking masturbating because it was fucking him up. Like he didn't. Like when he would have sex with a girl, it wasn't enjoyable because he jerked off so much.
But also jerked off to all the fucked up shit he was watching.
Yeah.
I mean, he would watch, transgenders, porn. He would watch, just like all kind of S&M stuff or whatever, being shit on.
Yeah, then real sex real sex becomes boring to him.
Right, and it didn't offer.
Doesn't feel the same.
Right.
So
who knows?
This is general though too, because just like okay, so let's take it off porn for a second and just let's talk about like just researching. Let's just say so everybody has internet access and all this stuff. You think these kids can actually go to a library and fucking know how to use the library fucking system and look up books and get information from books? You know what I mean? You lose that. You have so much. You got so much access to being like, I'm comfortable with the way it is right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So why don't we do a challenge?
What? Not masturbating?
1 month.
I love that Alexis Texas though,
It's
man.
like 30 days and what's that fucking,
30 days.
What's that movie?
30 days.
30 days.
Oh, 40 days and 40 nights with Josh Hartnett.
Right.
Yeah. 30 days, no wanks.
Do you think me living alone? And you know what? I'm bad at lying. I'm bad at lying. I don't want to take this back.
We'd have to do the honor
It's for
system. We'd have
yourself.
to do the
Yeah,
honor
just do
system.
Honest, yeah, but I'm gonna feel guilty because
Right, but that's what's gonna get you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna like be watching CNN and like fucking. I'm gonna start. It's anything. That fucking Don Lemon. He's a charming motherfucker.
No, man. That's gonna make you leave your apartment on a Friday night and go to a bar. Come on, let's do the challenge.
Right here today. What's today? The 11th?
No.
Today's the 11th.
Today's the 11th.
You need till the end of the week.
November 11th.
Give me maybe next week we start.
So Monday, fresh start Monday.
Not tomorrow.
And you know what happens?
A week
The
from
week
You know what
from-
happens? You go, I said I'd do it tomorrow.
You know
Yesterday.
what? You know what? You make the announcement next Sunday on this show. Say I'm gonna start tomorrow.
Right. You call into the show?
No way. I'll call into the show. I'll even have Dante call into the show if you want.
All right, have Dante call in.
That's it. That's
I'll
what we'll
take
do.
the fucking challenge. How long do we have to go?
30 days. That's the challenge.
Is that the fucking Christmas, huh? It's the gift that keeps on giving, you know what I'm saying?
But then,
I need a little fucking...
you know what? It's the perfect time for you here.
I get all stretched out.
Because all the snowbirds are down, right? They're all here. So this area is even more populated than usual. People are out. People are celebrating.
Talking about the Phoenix area.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's not so fucking hot where you got to stay in your house. People are actually out doing
It's a
shit
good
now.
time of year to be
People are
here.
celebrating the
Very sociable
holiday cheer.
So I'm not going to masturbate. You're asking me, not a single man who's in his early 40s, who lives alone, not to masturbate during Christmas season?
Well, you're not a fucking 18-year-old
How the
kid.
fuck
I
am I
mean, it should
gonna-
be easier as a 42-year-old man. Than
Because your goal is going to be.
You know, people get stressed out around the holidays.
So you have nothing to be stressed out about.
I can't blow a load in the fucking...
No, the goal is it's going to make you go out and just start talking to people.
It could backfire. It might end up fucking putting bras in my trunk.
Here's what I say. On a daily basis, do you have exposure to women?
I'm gonna go get an oil change with my Kia.
No, on a daily basis.
And then there's gonna be some fucking bro screaming in the trunk, and I forgot
whether it's
about.
whether it's the gym, work, or like going grocery shopping or whatever. Are you exposed to women every day?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So then I'm gonna go one step further here.
Yeah.
So not only do you
not
only do you do 30 days of no wanks, but within those 30 days, each day you have to pay 3 women a compliment.
All right.
Just a compliment.
God damn it.
3
Now I gotta go
days.
searching for broads.
No, you're not searching for anything in your everyday routine.
All right.
Whether it's at the gym, work, or at the grocery store or whatever, you pay a woman a compliment.
So, all right, let me recap for the listeners. And if you're out there and you're listening to the show and you want to participate, next Sunday, we're gonna start this no masturbation.
You know what? And I'll do it with you. I mean, I don't have a problem. Whatever. I'm good. But I'm just saying, I will not do it either. I will not do it.
Are you saying I have a problem with masturbating?
I mean, look, I will find other sources of.
Read a book or some shit?
No, not
Wait, but this isn't a whole thing where like he can't ejaculate for 30 days.
No.
Like, he can get laid.
Yes, that's the whole purpose.
Yeah,
I can get laid.
Yeah, you just can't masturbate.
So next Sunday, Chris is going to call into the radio show, possibly with the great Dante Nero,
right?
Host of the Beige Phillips show,
right?
With the great Harry Tarjanian, by the way.
That's right.
I love Harry T. He's done the show
great.
many a time.
And he's a product. As a matter of fact, he can call in too, because when Dante started working with him, he was worse than you are.
Harry with the fucking jacket?
And now Harry's got like fucking, 3 girlfriends. He's more confident than I've ever seen him in my life. Guy's like a G, man.
Shooting pussy in the barrel. And it's all from this?
It's all from
this non-masturbating for 30 days.
Yeah.
And each day paying at least 3 different girls to compliment.
Right.
Every day you got to do the
compliment for 30 days.
I can't just skip days.
No. What's the point?
Well, first of all, you gotta run into 3 women, Kieran.
Right.
That's the
well,
thing.
no, he said I probably can. I mean,
look at the gym,
be somewhere. Yeah.
At the gym, at work, at the cashier. Like, all right. So let me give you an example.
You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go to the gym because that's where I go every day, and that's where I see most of my women. I'm gonna end up getting punched.
Well, it doesn't have to be like
Every
you got
day
a great
you-
ass. I mean, a compliment. It doesn't have to be like a sexual compliment. Like you can.
I can smell you, cunt.
By the way,
Smell.
by the way, yes, nothing sexual.
Yeah. Okay.
Just be.
I'm very.
Okay.
Chivalry is not dead with the little man.
Right, there you go. So we know you have that ability.
Yeah.
This guy's shaking. Do you see him?
I am. This is not talking.
He's gonna
I
go
am
through
terrible. Well, like I just said at the top of the show,
Right.
I live alone. I'm in my 40s. I already have this stigma or this impression
Right.
of myself
So what we're saying
that I think other people when girls look at me, they're like, oh, that guy's old. He's short.
But what's gonna
Got no ring, so he's
none
probably
of
got
that
no
is-
cash.
But none of that is gonna change. So what is gonna get you over the hump of that? This is it. I think this is it.
All right, maybe this will work. Chris Italia, maybe that's the reason why you're on the show today.
Let me give you an example of how this could work. Right?
Go
Let's
ahead.
say you get coffee 3-4 times a week at a whatever place, right? Starbucks, whatever. Every day you go to that coffee shop, there'll be a cashier there, and she's cute or not, whatever. It's up to you, and you just say, "Hey, your hair looks really cool. Blah blah blah, whatever it is, right?" And now she's gonna remember you the next time you come to that coffee shop,
Right.
and then you'll strike up another conversation with her. Maybe you don't compliment her, but you say, "How long have you worked here?" or whatever, and it just starts to pick
It could
up.
just be any. It has to be a compliment.
Yes.
you can find ways to compliment.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you just like. Period. When you just walk around life.
Leroy is staring at me on the opposite side of this camera, and he's going, "You ain't gonna do this, you
No, you
fucking
have to
lazy
do it.
piece
You
of
have to
shit."
do it. This is it, man.
I can see him. I can see his
It's
fucking
all-
eyes.
And here's what we're gonna do.
Leroy and I are like basically the same person. He's married,
If
obviously.
you
but
don't commit to doing this, all 3 of us are gonna stop being your friend. How's that?
I'm
you
already
can't
on the
fucking resist
I'm
me.
already on the fucking fence myself. All right. I try to fucking get you out all the
can't
time.
resist.
You can't fucking. Men can't resist me.
All right, we'll give you.
I'm like a little fucking mascot.
We'll put you in the penalty box for a few months. Then
Well, you don't respond to my texts anyway.
that's not true. I respond to all your texts.
You know, I see you more now living in Arizona than I did in New York.
Well, because in New York you were a hermit too.
It wasn't.
You retreated to your home in Suffolk County.
Hey, don't bash the Suffolk County.
I'm not, but you retreated to your home in Suffolk County and you didn't show your face till whenever the show was on. And
Right.
then you,
Yeah.
then
I
you're
think
there
that
you
was
are.
because he was living up in Saratoga for a while.
Were you living in Saratoga?
People think I live in Saratoga.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, he's a big Saratoga guy.
Was it Sauget instead of
I've
Saratoga?
never been to Saratoga. You been to Saratoga?
Yeah, I've been to Saratoga.
What the fuck is a Saratoga? Nothing but
It's
horse.
a nice town, and there's a lot of horses.
Yeah, I've never been there. He
Right.
thinks I'm from Saratoga.
Why?
I don't know.
Because I see pictures of back home, and I'm like, man, this
On
ain't
the
New
farm?
York.
On the farm?
This ain't New York.
Because where he lived basically was farmland.
It was not. Leroy's from the same
He
town.
had a house
What
and a
part?
big yard.
No, he's from
Wading River?
Wading River, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Wading River. I mean, that doesn't sound like that. Sounds like upstate New York.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
like a
fucking
farm
nice.
town.
It's peaceful. It's fucking. You got one bar called Phil's. You go there, you see your friends, you laugh a little bit. You can drunk drive there. You go to Truffles.
And I was telling this to Kieran yesterday. The women to men ratio in Scottsdale, this area, Phoenix greater area, it seems to lean more towards women. So there's
Oh, definitely.
feels like there's more women to men around here. So which means you have a shot at going above your level.
And there's that whole compliment thing out here. Like, there's a lot of fucking assholes out here.
Yeah, there
Let's
is.
keep it real.
Oh, like guys that are dicks to women?
Yes, when you compliment a woman, sometimes, and I've seen this since I've been out here, is that sometimes like women don't know how to take things
Right.
because they're so used to only fucking
Yeah.
with guys
Like
with
cat
money
call
and
type
getting,
shit.
getting
Yeah.
called fucking whatever you call them, broads or whatever,
Hmm.
getting talked to like they're nothing. I think that's West Coast, period though. You know what I mean? Like Cali's like
Like chivalry's dead on the
Yeah,
on the.
like the West
But
Coast,
also,
the Midwest,
but
the
also
East
everybody
Coast.
is becoming more introverted.
And so
because you can get so much from your phone,
Right.
or the internet.
So if you start displaying, this outgoing personality where you're,
The internet's kind of fucking everything up.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
People can become too reliant on it for sure. But what I'm saying is, you're gonna do this, and people are gonna be taken aback at times by, oh, I'm being approached. It doesn't happen as often as it used to, and so the natural reaction is, oh, I'm going to talk back to this person. And then he's going to say something, and then I'm going to say something. And then at some point you just say, hey, I'd love to meet you for a drink sometime, or for, a meal or a coffee or whatever. And that's it. And that's just how it works.
Right. All right. So next Sunday.
And more often than not, a woman will say yes to a date just because she wants the experience.
So next Sunday, Chris is going to call into the show, possibly Dante Nero, and I'm going to take the 30-day non-masturbating challenge, and plus, with the caveat, I have to give 3 different females a compliment each day for 30 days.
Yes.
Sorry,
And I'll tell you this.
this is not going to go
When
good.
you have weak moments, give one of us a call.
Like, I'm going to forget one day, and I'm just going to run up to my neighbor's place who's got a boyfriend and go, hey, you open the door. I got to give you a compliment.
You get one slip up. You get one slip up for the month.
One, I can.
But try not to. That's what I'm saying. You get one slip up.
So one day, I can do a cheat day.
You have a cheat day, but you're encouraged not to use it.
Fucking using that cheat day.
first fucking day, the first
Fine,
hour.
get it out. Get it out.
As soon as the show gets over
Get
with.
out of the way then.
Oh, I'm gonna be on lockdown this week, preparing for this fucking.
So does this make sense to you at
30
all?
days.
Does this make sense? To
It does. No, I actually have heard Jim Norton, the comedian Jim Norton, talk about this same type of deal
Right.
on his radio
Right.
show, and it actually is something. As you get older, especially because Jim's kind of in the same situation
It
I
actually
am.
comes from Dante.
he's single.
Dante's been on that show before,
Yeah.
and they've talked about it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Jim's in the same situation. He's single.
Right.
Yes, he meets girls and stuff like that, but not every night he's going home with a fucking broad.
Yeah, he had also had a real problem. He wanted women to shit on his chest.
Yeah.
How's he gonna enjoy sex if he'd rather
Right.
have
He
a
needs
woman
something
shit on his
extreme.
chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wanted to get rid of that whole need. So he kind of like washed all that away and started all over again.
Do you really have to have a need
He was-
to
Yeah.
stop
It
people
was
from
his thing,
shitting
man.
on you.
Yeah.
It's weird, and it's not. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
look,
weird.
everyone has a fetish, I guess, but like that was his. That's what he wanted, and then he went from that
The fucking he used to he,
having sex with transgender,
yeah
you know, or not transgender. What do I want to say?
hookers, right?
No, not hooker. I
Tran-
guess hermaphrodites.
Hermaphrodites.
Yeah,
Oh, like the titties of the
penis. Yeah,
fuck.
he had, like he got off on that somehow, and you know, look, I'm not
Really?
saying you know that's not okay or whatever, but he wasn't doing it for the right reasons. He wasn't.
Because he needed like
He
some
was
sort of
dating
sexual gratification.
He was dating those
huh?
women for the you know the nastiness of it,
Right.
you know what he deemed was dirty. He wasn't dating those people because he cared about them or really wanted to get to know them.
Right.
He was trying to you know feed his sexual deviancy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's not crazy, but it is. It's fucking interesting.
it's a whole other world, man.
All right, so maybe I'm not as like I'm in the same situation he is. I'm not a deviant.
No, but you can
Although that Alexis Texas man,
you can easily
that Alexis Texas is something.
you can easily
It's hard to.
slip
I don't know
away.
who that is.
You could easily slip away into that world and
Yeah.
become right
Yeah.
too reliant. You know, before you know it, you'd be banging a blow up doll and stuff like that.
Well, that's isn't what he did, Jim Norton. Didn't he buy one?
Far
Yeah, of
from it.
course.
Kept it in his closet.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say what's up to Jonathan and Eddie in the chat room. If anybody wants to call in, the number is 718-690-9290.
Takes us serious.
Hey, it's like my Chris Stanley.
I'll
You know,
take
like-
that as a compliment.
It is. It's like a.
Fuck that guy is.
He
but I'll
does all
take it as
the-
a compliment.
Yeah, it's one of the shows that one of the guys I used to intern.
Anyway, I didn't want to harp on this for too long, but I had to address it.
That's all right. That's why you know. I always figured I'd just be like, you know what? I'll just fucking stumble upon a vagina that likes me at some point.
No,
Yeah,
you should.
and you would, and then you wouldn't know how to deal. How to
Right, and
handle
guess
it.
what? And then you deal with the girl that hits you, and like you know,
Does anybody in the chat room think they can go without masturbating for 30 days? Because I guarantee you, no one that listens to this show can go without masturbating for 30 days. I don't think
Probably
so.
people that are listening to the show that are masturbating right now, and that's because Chris's
Kieran-
pretty face.
it's a
is on
cure.
the
Yeah,
screen.
that's what it is.
Well, the girl that I did, the last girlfriend I had, she used to listen to the show and masturbate to the sound of my voice.
There you go.
That's
You got- you
deviant,
got- you
right?
got-
That's deviant.
But you got something going there. You got a good voice.
You got a nice voice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how she could like just masturbate to the sound of me.
What's wrong with that?
Fucking trying to read
You
articles
got
and
some
stuff.
stuff going on, Kieran.
I do not.
You gotta stop wearing hats too.
Huh? This is my look. This is my see. This is my look today. Is like I'm sheltering myself from the criticism.
Yeah, you gotta
looks like a
shed
hangover look
yourself
right
of
there.
all these
Yeah.
chains.
I gotta open up, huh?
Your
I gotta.
hat, your hood.
I gotta be free. I gotta be like fucking
Yeah, just let it
Leonardo
all-
DiCaprio on the top
Just let it all hang out.
on the
man.
Titanic, going,
Yeah, the king of the world."
fucking Calgon, take me
No,
away.
King of the world. he
Oh,
said.
King of the World. Wasn't Calgon take me away?
No, definitely
What is
not.
Calgon take me away?
It was a bubble bath thing, wasn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, it was. You're right. Fucking, you know they're making a fucking another Titanic. Did you know that?
No, that's a disgrace.
Is that an actual fucking thing?
I don't know. I
know.
didn't- I
They're
haven't
building
heard that.
another Titanic.
Oh, they're
Oh,
building the
building one.
ship.
Yeah, they're building one,
I mean, I don't know.
and they're gonna fucking sail that fucker on the same course
Oh, on the same course?
as the first one.
Like they're daring
So who the
fucking
Right.
yeah,
Mother
who the
Nature?
fuck's gonna
Right.
sign up for that?
I wouldn't sign up.
Which would be great is if they like actually could determine where the original Titanic was in the ocean and fucking just sail right over that motherfucker.
Oh, it's awful.
Would you go on that ship?
No, that's kind of morbid, actually.
Yeah, that's like fucking taking a plane,
Yeah.
jumping in a plane, and saying, hey, for fucking shits and giggles, you can sign up for this plane ride that's gonna take you right to the Twin Towers went down.
Then what
That's
are they-
stupid. That's a tragedy. Why would you remake a
Why
tragedy?
are they going to remake the Hindenburg, too?
I feel that. Yeah, well. I think you think if they're gonna rebuild the fuck, you're not gonna fuck it up like they did back in the day.
I mean, you can say that, but then they overbuild and they...
It is like what would you call that? It's like testing.
Mother Nature.
Yeah.
They thought that
Bad karma. I feel like
they
it's
thought
bad
that
karma.
boat was unsinkable. That's
Yeah, it's
they all.
bad
That's
juju.
all they. All
It's
they
bad
said.
juju.
Yeah,
Basically bad
I wouldn't
juju.
do it. I hope no one buys a ticket on that thing.
I was watching The Shining, the great Stanley Kubrick
Sure.
film.
Yes.
I was watching that last night, actually 2 nights ago.
Oh boy.
Because last night I was on the phone with Leroy Jenkins at 3:00 in the morning.
Why? What's
Yeah.
going on with that?
Let's get a little fucking ham.
What?
Leroy and I talk to each other. You know,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Leroy. Do you talk him
Here I
down?
do.
Do you talk him
He
down?
doesn't have a microphone. No one can hear him when he talks.
Try to give him a little advice here and there, you know?
Yeah. He's like, don't be such a fucking prick.
So at 3 a.m, are you crying on the phone?
Huh?
Are you crying on the phone?
No, motherfucker.
He was talking about this comedy stand-up that you guys went to and stuff like that.
Right.
and-
Last night,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
you called him at 3 a.m.
What o'clock?
What were you doing?
We're the same person.
Don't you like have like a family?
Yeah, he has a family.
I mean, what are you?
But he's a night owl like I am.
The family's in bed. I can be by myself.
Oh, I guess so.
That's when he wants to be up. You know what I mean?
So you're giving him an update.
No, I was just like, we had a good night, blah, blah, blah.
Did he tell you that he left a table of women?
No. He didn't.
No, I don't fucking say that shit. I don't want to.
I got a theory on the whole relationship with Kieran, though. I think the main issue is that he thinks like getting involved in a relationship is just going to be too costly.
Oh,
I'm not saying he's cheap, but it's just he knows that it's an investment that he can't, tap into right now.
But there's ways around that, man.
kill him.
No. Look, I don't do it, but you can go Dutch with women. They don't. People are used to that now.
What's Dutch? What's that?
You know, when
Split the
a
bill.
man and a woman split.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not crazy to do that.
I went on a fucking Bumble date. You know what Bumble is?
Yes, I know what Bumble is.
I met a fucking broad from Bumble, and she's from New York.
And then what happened?
She was a real fucking pill.
What do you mean a pill?
Like I ended up spending $80 on dinner, and she's like, so we walk out of the restaurant. I was like, oh, you have a good time. I was like, can I walk you to your car? She goes, nah, I'm good. Hey,
This is what he
fucking
did.
bitch. I was like, you motherfucker. I just spent $80 on you, fucking dumbass. Let me walk you to the car. Let me hit you with my car.
This
Be
is
honest
his
with you.
first date, and he took her to like some expensive Scottsdale
You need a girl
steakhouse.
for a drink, not an expensive steakhouse.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
too much,
I knew
man.
this one was gonna be a fucking pain in the ass. Right? I talked about it on the show already.
Why?
Actually.
The first thing,
Because she's like, I'm really excited to see what type of restaurant you pick. I'm like, oh,
But you should have
that's a red flag.
You should have never said, I'll take you to dinner. You should have said, hey, why don't we meet for drinks casually and get to know each other?
why don't I get you a coffee
Yeah.
or for some Chipotle?
I mean, why would you
It's a
offer,
bus pass. Get out of
why
town.
would you have a heavy steak meal?
I didn't. I went to a place called like fucking Craft
TGI
Your
Fridays?
No, I went to no. It was
Hooters?
like a real health nut. I actually thought of her because she's really healthy. She doesn't
Right.
fucking do anything.
And you met her on Bumble. How long was the conversation before you guys decided to meet?
It went what? It was. I think
Over a few days?
Yeah, it was a couple days, like a week maybe.
She asked him if he likes salmon. He's like, fuck no, I don't eat salmon.
Yeah,
You did that?
yeah. I don't
She was
know.
nasty.
I'm just honest, man. What the fuck? You're eating something that stinks. Why
You know,
would you eat
you're
that?
not talking to your boys when you're on a date. You know, the other person next to you wants to know that you respect them and enough to say, "Oh no, I'm not really into."
You know what I
salmon,
actually
but
said to her? I was
do
like, "How can you
tuna."
eat something that smells like your vagina?"
Did you want to say that?
I did.
You said that?
Oh, I wanted to.
Oh, geez.
But she was a real fucking pain in the ass. Like I'm sitting here fucking, I'm like this is me across like on the other side of the table, like,
were you making
trying to get her
laugh?
attention
Were you
or like
making her laugh?
I make every fucking buddy laugh.
Oh, look at this. This is the confidence we were looking for. I make everybody fucking laugh.
No, I mean I was being. I don't know if I made.
I'm the fucking boss. I'm the life of the party.
Yeah. You pay attention to me.
That's right. I'm the center of attention.
Don't you fucking divert your eyes.
But guess what? Did you ask her about her? Did
Huh?
you get to know her? Did you ask her about herself?
I looked at her and I go, "Hey, yo, we got the same forehead."
Hey, here's a little tip for you, Kieran. Here's a little tip. Even if you don't give a shit,
You know what? She did have she did have like a forehead like a cinder block, like a top of a cinder block.
You got a photo of this?
It's like you kind of like that. You know how cinder blocks have those
You have a
holes? You
photo?
kind of just want to grab it and
You
like
have a
carry.
photo?
Huh?
You have a photo?
Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Frankenstein head?
No, I blocked her on everything.
You blocked it her?
You know what? You know why? You know what I said to her? Like when she fucking rejected me, I got all fucking. I had a few beers when I got home.
Yeah.
I sent her a whole text message stating that we should have fucked first and talked second.
You said it to her?
Yes. I said to
Good
her.
for you.
I went, "Beep-de-de,
Good for
send.
you.
Fuck off, bitch."
Did she respond to that?
Clearly not. No. Probably called the police.
This is worse than I thought.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, I'm just saying this is a little tip for you. Even if you really aren't into what she's saying, just get her to talk. Women love to talk. They do. They really do. And if you can just listen for a little bit and get past that, that opens them up a little bit more. You know what I mean? You don't have to sit there and entertain them. All you got to do is throw out something and let them talk. Let them go. Let them go. Let them get comfortable. And then all of a sudden, boom.
What are you doing? Yeah,
Let them talk. Ask them about themselves. Like, ask her about her life. Did you do that?
You know what you said to me last night? You know what you said?
What?
You don't really care about her name.
You don't.
And I don't care about that.
You should.
I'm a non-caring.
But you understand that you have to ask specific questions like, how are you? What's your name?
Right.
Where are you from?
Have any diseases?
Sure. If you want to ask that, sure.
You got any of those fuck trophies running around?
You got the herp or the HIV?
How many fuck trophies you got? Because I ain't paying for that shit.
You got the virus? Is that what you're gonna ask? Are you going to do this or not?
What, the non-jerking off thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I have to. You fucking tell me I gotta, or my friendship's ruined with you.
That's right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so glad you came into town. Chris.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I've been trying to tell him shit like this for a long time.
Is a great idea
somebody
for you.
from back home.
This-
Somebody with a New York accent. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He needed somebody because Leroy's lost his New York accent just a little bit. You know what I mean? He needed somebody to come in here with a fucking New York accent, straight from New York.
Yeah. Fucking gabagool, huh?
Hey,
Fucking gabagool.
mozzarella,
And mozzarella.
prosciutto,
Eh,
brajol.
don't eat fucking what you gotta eat at the right raised pizza. Don't eat the fucking bullshit.
I would never eat Lay's. Come on. So you're gonna do this?
Yeah.
I think this is it. I think this is what's gonna work.
Yeah. Probably not, but we'll give it a shot.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Let's see, you gotta do something, right?
All right, let me ask you.
You know, you're asking me to do this at the worst part of the fucking year.
Why?
It's
This is
Christmas.
actually the perfect time of year because people are out all the time now. This is the time of year they're all out.
Yeah, you could be right. You know, chicks are all fucking in the holiday spirit.
Yes.
One mind sucking a
They
dick
all
or
want a
two.
boyfriend for the holidays. That whole thing.
You know, jingle bells, mistletoe shit,
Yeah.
little fucking Hummer.
And you could stay on Bumble or Tinder or whatever.
I don't like that shit.
I mean, I don't either. I've never used Bumble or Tinder.
It is kind of like, it's stupid. Like,
I think so. I think the best way is just to
the old fat.
naturally meet people out
Yeah.
and be outgoing and talk to women and
Tinder's like an enabling thing too, like you were
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
earlier.
because
All
you're
it
just
is
swiping.
You're just swiping. You're
Yeah.
being picky and all this shit.
Yeah.
How about you go into a bar, you take
Yeah.
your phone, you put it in your fucking pocket,
Go.
you turn it the fuck off.
Who wants
and
to
you,
fuck?
And you talk like it's 1976.
let them know you're there.
Hey.
I'm here. I'm here to bang.
I used to know this dude.
Hmm.
He used to go to the clubs all the time, and his technique was just to go up to any girl and just say, "You want to fuck?"
Really?
And 90% of them are probably gonna say no, but at the end of the night, he went home with one.
What do you look like?
Average dude. Average.
He was like heavy set guy, but he was a charming cat. You know what I mean? He's funny. Outgoing.
And eventually he would get one at the end of the night.
That's only worked
all
for
the
me,
time.
like, once
He
in
would
my
be getting
lifetime.
laid all the time.
That's only happened to you once?
Yeah.
What?
Of just like asking a girl, hey, you want to
Yeah.
fuck? And they're like, yeah.
In a club?
It wasn't a club. It was a bar, I think.
But that was his technique going in.
That's crazy. I would never do
like
that.
he wouldn't sit back or watch it.
Good
What's
for him,
going
man.
on. He would just go out
More
and
power
dance.
to him.
Yeah, he liked to dance. He would just get up in there and just say, right off the bat, tell her, what his goal was, and at the end of the day, he would end up taking somebody home.
And go back to the Blue Martini.
The place up in Scottsdale?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking going to Blue Martini. TJ tells me the fucking drinks are like $15 a piece.
Yeah, they were definitely $13.50.
They were pretty modest, I think.
Bring a flask. Yeah, but he's in New York. Though.
Hey, I'll
Where
fucking-
I think you get a beer for
$25 a
$10. I don't know. I know that's a lot, but
I'm like a Thirsty Thursday guy, Fucking. I go there with a hand of quarters and I go.
Pocket shooters.
I go to Applebee's and get all you can eat appetizers.
Yeah.
and,
I say, give me a tall boy and a
$5
shot.
beers. But you're good with this. You're gonna do this.
I guess I gotta.
All right.
A friendship's on the line,
All right.
I don't want to fuck that up, especially you're an Italian from New York.
We
I don't
have
want to get
figure out
whacked.
a way to like each week motivate them. That's what we do.
I'm gonna be fucking. I am gonna be
I
a.
see the guy every day.
I'm gonna be a.
There's gonna be a lot more
behind
3
his
a.m.
ass.
calls to you. I almost jerked off today. I don't know what to do.
Like Leroy's like my sponsor. I'm like, dude.
What's the longest you went without jerking off?
Huh?
What's the longest you've ever gone without jerking off? Jesus.
What time did you pick up Chris from the restaurant today?
How many times a day? Twice?
Huh?
Twice a day average?
No, once.
Once.
Yeah.
All right.
I do. It's like like I told you this a million times.
Do you
It's
ever-
like my shot of NyQuil.
Do you ever-
Like I get all fucking groggy.
So do you ever take a day off? Huh? Do you ever take a day off?
Do you take a day off from breathing?
Don't you miss it, man? Don't you miss
Miss
it?
what?
Just hanging out with a chick and, getting to know her and, having sex and
Sometimes I get so
enjoying each other. Don't
like
you miss it?
I'm aloof, like my brain's aloof. Sometimes I forget it to fucking jack it, and then it's a nice surprise when you go back to it because then it's like really exciting. You're like, oh, I forgot to jerk off, but the next day you do it and you're like, it's so much better.
So when's the last time you took a day off from jerking off?
I don't know. Yeah, honest with you.
Well, get it all in, get it all out this week.
Like at
because-
work, I got like 2 weeks vacation. That's probably like that, 14 days maybe in a year that I've not.
Wow.
Are you going to ramp up your jerking off right before you have to take the time off?
You gotta get all
You know what?
those-
This could turn me into a heroin addict or something.
No,
I'm gonna need my fix.
isn't that why you chew tobacco?
Huh?
Isn't that why you chew
I'm gonna
tobacco?
find another habit, which is gonna suck.
Yeah, tobacco.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
Well, you should stop doing that. That's not attractive.
It's not good. Yeah.
Have you ever spit in a cup in front of a woman?
Huh? Yeah. I'm like, deal with it. You know what I haven't done? No. And obviously, this is not a surprise to you
spit
fucking
in a-
assholes that
you've
are in this
spit
room.
You've spit in a cup in front of a girl.
Yeah.
You've had the chew in your mouth. What's it called?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I go, hey, the chewing tobacco. Dip.
Chewing tobacco.
Dip.
So you had dip in your mouth,
Yeah,
and
you-
you've just went. You just went.
Hey, show me your ass.
You just went.
Yeah, that's it. Show me those titties.
That's gross, man.
No, I haven't done that.
Oh, so
I'm not a fucking asshole.
you're not an animal.
No.
I am not an animal.
I have, though, even with my last girlfriend, who, by the way, didn't drink or do drugs or anything. Just complete straight edge. And my dumb ass was like sleeping in the bed with her with a 6-pack next to me on the. I'm fucking drinking beers in bed with her, with a person who's like in the program.
Jesus.
That's not a good idea.
You gotta get rid of that, whatever that is.
What? My laugh?
Yeah, that thing. What's going on with
It's
that?
charming.
No. There's something wrong.
You don't like it.
It's not about charming. You never used to do that.
No one complains about it, but
It's
you.
a tobacco thing. I'm
It
telling
sounds
you.
chronic.
Yeah, it sounds very chronic.
I'm a little fucking.
Yeah, you got too much fucking.
No, I got a little. I got a little bit of that thing in my chest, and it's all because you took me to the fucking Blue Lagoon last night.
Blue martini.
Yeah. Blue Lou.
What got in your chest from the blue martini?
Life.
Load.
I got into his chest.
He overdosed in life. It's been a while since he had
Oh,
life in
there's
him.
people
He's like, oh,
dancing and
people
drinking.
dancing,
This is amazing.
Drinking and conversation,
Yeah.
music playing.
I think I overdosed on
Hey,
socializing
hold on,
last
let me-
night.
I forgot about this. Let me tell you about this, Chris. This is the best part of the night. Well, Vlad was the best part of the night. He was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to
Vladimir Kamano.
Kamano, man. He is fucking amazing, guys. Check him out on his YouTube page. I think it's Laughing Vlad or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome. But anyway, so after that, there's a cover charge at that Blue Martini, and
Is there?
yeah, well, probably not for you guys because you had a fucking.
Oh, I didn't know that.
tournament.
Yeah, you guys-
You're a man of.
You were with the owner of the House of Comedy and the owner of the restaurant down the street,
Right.
And the owner of
I didn't know
whatever
that.
else.
Yeah, do you know you do?
How much is the cover charge?
You know,
Okay, so this is the funny thing. They told me $10 cover, and me and my girlfriend are next to each other, and then Kieran's behind us trying to get a hold of you, and I'm like, and she's like, well, how many do you have? And I said, well, it's me, my girlfriend, and then that guy that's on the phone right here. Whenever he comes in, I got him. And so, but she said $10 cover. She looks at him, and then I see her ring up $25. So it's
Half a
$10
charge.
for me, $10 for my girlfriend, $5 for the short guy in the back.
Children get in for $5.
Great. I just looked at her and started laughing, and she knew exactly what I was laughing about.
She was basically just feeling bad.
kept a
She's like,
straight
oh,
face
he
and
really
gave me the
needs.
nod.
He really needs to be in this place. That's what she was saying.
Half price for the fucking midget. See? This is my fucking life.
Because this is what people come to expect. That they look at you.
No one wants.
You exude that kind of bullshit. Like, oh, this guy is a lovable loser. But
No one-
loser nonetheless.
No one wants the fucking novelty. That's what I am.
That's not true. Women have fucked you before.
I'm a fucking trend.
You're not a virgin.
I'm like a fetish.
You've had sex with many women.
I counted one time.
Don't put the hood on. Come on.
Huh?
Take the hood off.
No, this is
We've been
me.
making progress
we're gonna
today.
start
Here, we've
feeling-
been making progress.
My fucking.
Kieran, we're gonna start peeling layers off of you.
Huh?
We're gonna start peeling.
There's
these
not much to
layers.
fucking peel off.
Right, but we'll start with the hood. Take the hood off. Come on.
What are you talking? All right. Fuck.
Next, we're gonna take the hat off.
No, we're not gonna. No. We're gonna. That's gonna stay right there.
Kieran has a full head of hair and he pretends he's losing it.
I am losing it.
No,
I
you're
asked
not.
you, am I losing my hair before the show? I bent my hair down. I
said you got a
and you're
full head
like-
of hair there.
And you're like, yeah, it's not.
I said you got a full head of hair there. Live. I
You
told
had this is Chris's exact fucking answer to, hey Chris, am I losing my hair? And him looking at me, he goes, nah, it's all there. That's exactly
take your
what it
hat
was.
off. Take your hat off for a second.
Huh?
Just take your hat off for a second.
No,
Why?
you take your fucking hat off. That shit ain't real.
That's all I have. Look, it doesn't come off.
You're like a fucking therapist.
I'm not a therapist. I'm a concerned friend who's, worried about you.
You own a comedy club. I haven't even talked about this yet. You're building a
I don't
beautiful,
wanna talk about
giant
that. We talk
comedy
about that
club
every time I'm
in
here.
Union Square in the middle of
It's taken
Manhattan.
forever to fucking build because
Why are we talking about my lack
Department
of?
of Buildings decides to just fuck with everybody that tries to apply for permits.
How come it's hard to build in New York City?
Because at some point
But you're fucking Chris Italia.
somebody comes along and slides an envelope with a number in it
Yeah.
and says,
This is what we
fill
need.
this up.
So you really got to grease the palms out there, huh? I mean, I kind of figured that, but I just didn't know that it would be that much of a hassle nowadays.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you try to play it by the book, which we're doing, because that's really the only choice you have until someone approaches you, they'll drag you through everything. I mean, like, the last round of things was that we, had to adjust the elevator speed or some shit like that in our building. And, like, it's not even our elevator. It's the building's elevator.
So they just come up with shit.
Yeah, they'll just come up with anything to delay you.
So is it more like political palms you got to grease, or is it more like
look,
underground?
if you have political contacts, I'm sure you can call on someone to help you. But otherwise, I really do believe that someone's looking for a handout. Otherwise,
It's the old school black hand.
and there's no mob involved in it. It's just the city.
It's just
It's just these disgruntled.
That's what I'm saying. It's not as cut and dry as it was in
it's just
fucking
these
76.
disgruntled city employees who
Right.
don't like they have the control over people who they believe are fortunate. Meaning they think I have a ton of money, right? So fuck him,
Right.
But what they don't understand is, no, this is what I do for a living, and if I can't do it, then there is no money. And so they don't really give a shit about that. They're just pissed off at the fact that, people with money need them in order to proceed. And that's their mentality. And it's not
So they
fair.
got like a big, like I'm the big man complex.
Right.
Like, hey, you got to go through me.
Right. And it's not fair because we're really just a small business, mom and pop type thing, because we don't have a conglomerate behind us. Most businesses in New York City are corporate restaurants. They belong to part of a bigger group, and they can sustain, having to wait 6 months to open their doors.
Right, yeah, I
But
get what you're saying.
to a company where it's like me and my brother, and we need to get open, and we're paying rent. Most landlords give you 3 months to get yourself situated and opened.
Yeah, and that's so you can generate some money to pay the rent.
Right, but the reality is it's 6 months. It's 6 months before you can do anything, So, and that's on average. So, you're paying rent after those 3 months, and it's killing you. It's killing you as a business.
You're burning money for nothing.
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
So at this point where you're at right now with the building and going through the inspections or whatever
We've gone
you
as
do.
far as we can go without finishing.
So what I'm saying is, my question is, at this point though, do you ever have them questions like where you question yourself, like, is all this fucking worth it, or should I just kept the other?
Of course we
clubs?
say that.
Or are you still like, man, I see the light at the end of the tunnel, like it's all gonna be
you
worth it.
try to maintain a positive outlook and hope that things will rectify themselves and you're able to open sooner rather than later. And yeah, I guess the light at the end of the tunnel is that you'll have a thriving business at some point. But in the meantime, you're getting bled out. You're bleeding out. They totally debilitate you. They set you up for failure because now not only do you have to show be in the black every month, you have to make up for what you lost. So you're already in the hole when you start.
Right. Well, that's like me. Like I'm in the black all the time, so I'm always losing. You know what I mean? And every time I get on social media, I'm like, fuck,
Right.
why? I thought being in the black was good, but they keep arresting me and
Yeah,
shit.
it's true. It's fucking-
Yeah.
Hold them down. Get hold down.
Man,
So is the stand gonna open? What was happening?
Yeah,
huh?
so that's it. So
I gave you a great idea
what
last night.
was it again?
Try to fucking open by
By New Year's Eve.
on New Year's Eve.
That'll work. That'll make up for everything.
Yeah, opening night, New Year's Eve.
That is the goal. To be open for the holidays.
And it's going to be one of the... I was talking to Vlad, comedian Vlad last night, and he was saying if you do get this pulled off, it's going to be one of the landmark comedy clubs in fucking Manhattan.
I think he said monumental.
Monumental, I think was.
Exact words.
Monumental.
It's true.
Monumental.
It's going to be...
That's
a
what
big...
That's what we're shooting for. So
Yeah.
we raised the bar. When we opened the other place, we raised the bar of the comedy scene in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And now, it's upon us to do it again.
Yeah, this is
Because-
what we do now.
Right, which is basically, it's boasting, but it's also like we weren't complacent. We didn't just stick with the old place and that's that. We decided to go one step further and continue this, to bring it to another level, and that's a risk. Sometimes we can get screwed, and it's scary as shit because it's 3 times the size, and you really don't know how it's gonna go, but you're gonna do everything you can to make sure that it goes well.
So you're going to have 2 stages in this
2
comedy
stages,
club,
yeah.
and plus a podcasting area?
Well, no. The second stage will be used a lot for live podcasts.
So that's another element you're going to add to the
Yeah,
whole
it'd be cool
fucking
to
experience.
have a place for that. Yeah,
That's fucking great.
yeah.
Especially with the...
You're gonna do your live.
Are you going to... Don't have me open.
Come on, man.
It might kill the whole idea right off the top of the show.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have Kieran the opening night.
Let's bring back bar night.
Huh? Those were fun nights.
Those were fun nights.
We used to have these bar nights for when the show was actually something. We used
At
to
its
have,
peak.
at its peak. People used to fly in to the bar nights from other
Did
states.
you ever get laid for bar night?
I don't think so.
What a waste.
I had a girl grab my nuts.
Oh,
Yeah, but she was like kind of...
was that Gon Postal?
No, it was some other broad. I actually forget her name. I went to high school with her.
So he would have these bar nights.
Hmm.
He is the reason why they're there, and he couldn't close a deal with anybody. I know we're back to this, but come on.
You know what? Last night too, Vlad goes, man, I couldn't. He was like, I was trying to look for you because I was trying to get you laid.
Oh, yeah.
Even Vlad, even the comedian. last
Everybody
night,
knows
people-
about this.
Even the
This is-
comedian that
but
was headlining the fucking comedy show last night.
You should explain this to the listeners because this actually adds to it. The last time I saw Vladimir Kamano at the House of Comedy here in AZ, Vlad is the headliner, and he went on stage and Chris had him talk about me. Vlad didn't even know who I was, never met me in my life.
Right.
But Chris gave him a whole bunch of information on me, and the first thing Vlad did when he got up on stage goes, "Is Kieran here?" And I was just like, "What?" I go, "Yeah." And then he does this whole spiel that this asshole told him to do.
Yeah, but he was giving you props. He wasn't making fun of you.
Yeah, no, he was
giving
doing
you
good.
props.
It was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, it was great.
And then last night he said he was looking for me in the
Right, he
crowd.
wanted to spot you.
He wanted to spot me so he could fucking try to get me laid. And
And it still wouldn't have happened.
It
Just
probably
like
still
it did
wouldn't
the
have
first time. But
Although there was
I don't
some-
know. My girlfriend probably could have helped you. She could have, because when you got a girl around, sometimes that makes it a little bit easier to draw
It
other
does.
girls. And
right.
my girlfriend would have helped you out. You know that.
Yeah.
Pussy attracts pussy.
What?
Is that what it is?
Why don't you ask that girl out on a date? The one that. How long ago was that
Oh, that ship sailed.
misfortunate night?
Yeah, that ship sailed.
Oh, yeah,
She's dating
moving
somebody
away.
else. Oh, she's moving away.
Yeah, she moves like in like a week.
How come everyone that Kieran attempts to date moves away?
Be honest with you, the girls that I've actually dated or have had flings with, they go on to get married.
Well, that's just a
Because
natural.
you're just like,
reaction to
I'm not
everybody.
going down this road.
Leroy's
It's
got a
not
great
anything
point.
to do with you. They just usually that's what people do.
Leroy's got a great point. This whole week that you got that you're talking about, she's here for a week. You got a week to, you know.
What do you mean?
Who's that?
In a week you're gonna start.
Oh yeah, the non blowing loads.
You might not even have to do the 30 days if you can just do it in this week, and then you got it out of the way.
What happens if I like get laid during the
Yeah,
30-day
that's fine.
non fucking cranking it?
How about this? How about this rule?
You see
If
what's-
you get laid, for every time you get laid, you get to jerk off.
Oh,
So if you
not
get
bad.
so in 30 days, if you get laid twice,
Wanna do
then
this?
you get credit. You get credited
Yeah,
for
you get
two.
credit. You get spank bank credit.
This is where a nice rape joke would fit in, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, you got to quit rape jokes.
If
Could be
Leroy
listening
tells me
right
I gotta
now.
clean it up, I gotta go highbrow.
You don't got to clean it up, but I mean, what if a chick's listening and then all of a sudden you're talking about stuffing her in a trunk?
Let me ask you
mentioned
this,
3 times.
How come the graphic says Monday nights? By the way,
because we
to be
actually never even fucking noticed that. That's how fucking great our show is.
it's hilarious. And you were worried about. And
we
you
are
were
the
worried-
worst.
and you
Are
were
you
worried
watching
about-
this, people? It says Monday night, yet we haven't broadcasted on a Monday night in 2
Rocket's
years.
watching right now.
Meanwhile, you were worried about framing my video, and I'm like, that's not important.
I think it says that on my Twitter. Oh my god, I'm
No
retarded.
wonder you get.
Well, it used to be on Monday nights.
Listeners showing up at Monday nights and they don't see it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Probably thousands of people are just
Probably.
on Monday nights. Just,
Probably you should rectify
Where's that
this
show?
week. I'm glad I noticed it.
Why was it?
It's awful.
I guess I got to change that. I wonder if this is an
Now
old
you know why
graphic.
the show hasn't taken off.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess so.
I think on my Twitter profile it actually
I mean, the
says
show
that.
has regressed, not even taken off.
This show's like a cancer, really.
It's not a cancer.
It's just
It's
like a
the only-
tumor just sitting in your
It's
fucking
the
gut.
only interaction you have with the human race, so it's actually good for you. It's the only thing keeping you, into socializing. Otherwise, you wouldn't socialize with anybody.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah.
Fuck it, right?
I mean, the only reason why Leroy and
Socialize,
the reason
schmotionalize.
why Leroy and TJ are here because
They don't want you fucking putting
your
a...
personality comes out on this show and they like it.
Oh, like the
See?
crack open the egg.
Like, oh, Kieran's a nice guy. He's fun to hang
Yeah,
out.
this is what he's like. Fucking asshole.
Yeah,
So you
this
should
is
be-
the best time I have with you. Sorry, man, but
You gonna do
you're fucking
SantaCon this
grumpy
year?
every morning when I see
You
you.
do SantaCon?
No, I don't do SantaCon.
You should do SantaCon.
Why? Because I'm Santa's size?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I fit into the fat suit.
You know what, Kieran? I actually think that's a perfect thing for you to start off for this holiday season.
SantaCon.
The Santa, the pub crawl they do. Every fucking city does it because
Did they?
everybody's there for the same. They had that common thing going, so that's a conversation starter.
But he needs a wingman on that, I believe. I don't think he could do it on his own.
Well, he's always got me.
All right, there you
I'm not exactly. He's not like my wingman. It's just like I'm usually his
Because you
wingman.
got to be out to be.
He's like no. TJ's like the. I go out. I'm like the. Like Eminem's the lead rapper. I'm the guy in the background just standing there like this.
Yeah, but you don't use
Yeah.
me properly. That's the fucking thing. Like, I have a girlfriend, but I'm very social.
Yeah, he's
I'll
very
talk
open.
to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm open, and so I bring them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm approachable, just like you are. And then I try to assist. I try to throw him a bounce pass, just a little bounce pass, not behind the back, not no alley-oop for him to dunk, just a little bounce pass to get him going. And the motherfucker Butterfinger McGee over here fucking drops the ball every single time.
Got bad hands. Fucking bad hands.
Every time. Butterfinger.
Story of my life. I got bad.
Amari Cooper for the Oakland Raiders over here.
Fucking.
He's
kitty.
not on the team anymore, right? Didn't he
Well,
get traded?
no, but when he was with Oakland Raiders, he had Butterfingers, so that's the new Kieran. Yeah, sorry,
What?
man. This just keeps going. Just
You don't hear that?
What?
You're wheezing.
Yeah, it's part of my charm.
No, it's not. It just developed when you got here.
It shows you that I'm aged
No, it's
and
not.
that I've lived a life.
It's
I've
that
seen shit. Huh? It's not.
Is this?
You know what it is?
Is this the dip?
No, it's not dip. It's coffee. What are you doing?
Are you spitting into this?
You're supposed to be entertaining people right now.
Where's the
What
cup?
you doing?
Where's the cup? The spittoon? Where's...
I'm not bringing it on. I don't do that on the show.
Yes, you do. I've seen you do it so many times.
In New York.
No, here.
No, I have not.
Last time I was here, you were going.
I did not. I've never, Leroy, have I ever dipped on the show? Dipped during the breaks.
All right. Yeah. Where's that cup?
It's not here. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of breaks, we
What?
take a break today?
Oh, you want to take a break?
We're at the hour mark. Go past the hour mark. Sure.
We'll take a break. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back more. We'll wrap up the show. Chris has got to get on a plane because he's got to go hobnob. You got to go finish that.
No, I gotta go home.
You know what you got to do? You got to go. You got to go. You got to. I want.
it's fine.
When you
Take a
fly back to
5-minute
New York, you get on fucking JFK. You get in the cab. I want you going straight to the fucking comedy club. I want you to grab a hammer and start working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah, that's what the comedy club owner does in New York.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
They fucking grab hammers and nails.
Come on,
and
I want
they
that.
go to
I want
work.
that club open.
Listen,
a
I've
hard
done
hat.
it.
You need me to come over there and fucking crack some skulls?
Yes.
I'll fucking do it.
All right, come on.
I'll put some motherfuckers in the marsh.
I'll put you to work yelling at people.
Yeah.
Good.
No one's gonna suspect a short little Irish guy to
You don't
fucking
want them
wreck
UAW
shop.
fuckers on your ass.
Go to break. There better be toilet paper in your bathroom.
I don't know. Be a little fucking surprise for you in there. All right. Taking a break. More lunaticradio.com for after this.
You know, people like me on Facebook.
Kieran and Rock are on social media.
Why can't you just like me?
Be sure to like and follow Lunatic Radio on Facebook.
I need to get naked. That's what I need to do.
Dude, tap it out, right?
What do you mean?
I'm tapping out.
Wait a second.
No way.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio. Wait, who told them to get naked?
I'm sitting here behind this microphone.
Yeah, you are.
Perfectly fine with my manhood.
Really?
Are you?
Of course I am.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
It was a good night, though, because it's the first time in a really, really, really long time that Rock and I went out, just him and I, together for a pounded up night.
Yeah.
And we needed it, so
And
we
it's
did.
a testament to us that we could actually... We talked. Like, all we did was talk.
Yeah, it's all we did.
Talk.
I had a blast. I actually haven't had a night like that, going out and waking up the next day and going, you know what, that was actually a good time. Usually I have a handful of regrets.
Sure.
And I didn't have one. I have a handful of them usually. You know?
And surprisingly, throughout the whole night, only one simulation of sucking dick from you. And I think you just did it for the sake of consistency.
I gotta, it's gotta be there somewhere. I get paid to do
We
it.
actually we just were talking. It was like there was actually things to talk
We
about.
went to a wine bar at some
Oh
point.
my god, that was the worst idea ever. That if we didn't go there, I probably would have been so bad the next morning.
Oh, yeah.
That fucked me up.
Wine.
And I was such a dick because I go in there, I'm completely just, I'm done. And I go, can I get a Malbec? Like, who the fuck am I at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Do you realize we were talking to my brother in that wine bar, which was a nice joint? And we're like, fucking kid, we're coming to Vegas, motherfucker! Like yelling that because we're all going out to Vegas at some point later this year. And we were we had a blast. It was literally Lunatic Radio circa 2005, 2004.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It's like, we haven't had a night like that in a long time. It was really nice to get out. God. It's always good when you go out with your boys and have a good time, man. Now, when I rock, I didn't go out with the boys. See, I bet you if we had Andrew, they would have fucked it all up.
Yeah, right.
Simon would have fucked everything up. We had Club Jelly there.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just cool. That was just you and I in a way because we were just fucking.
If you had Johnny Staten Island there, be doing his fucking corny jokes from fucking 1985 comic strip live. Can we call him Johnny 1985? I got so many nicknames for Johnny. Yeah, it was good, man.
No,
it was good.
That was fun. A lot of alcohol. I was surprised that we just kept going.
Yeah.
We just kept going.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I kept going. Well, I had water towards the end of the night, and so I could, kind of
Somehow go.
slalom down the LIE on the way home.
Kieran and Rock have returned.
I had in my hand a bunch of condoms, KY, lube, and a sixer, or as Kieran would like to call it, a good time.
LunaticRadio.com.
Yeah. Hey. All right, everybody. Hey, I love that rock and roll. Yeah. All right. It's me only on the show. Yeah, it's the lunaticradio.com show. Chris Italia is in my bathroom going through all my shit. The rest of the guys are helping Chris out in my bathroom. I don't know. It's like a fucking circle jerk going on. It is the lunaticradio.com show. I understand that this show is not like it usually used to be in the past. A lot more, it's more relaxed now. We do this for fun. There he is, Chris Italia. TJ is off camera, but he's on microphone. So that's the random voice you hear.
Hello.
TJ is my friend. He's from Detroit.
I just went to the bathroom.
So cold in the D.
And inside the bathroom, there's a hat and a pair of glasses. I'm like, is Kieran in here with me? It's so creepy. Why is there a hat and another pair of glasses on the counter in the bathroom?
That's my other. That's when I put my other costume on.
What?
Change personality, change perspective.
Well, no, seriously.
I don't know.
Explain it to me. Why is there?
I have no joke for that. It's probably because I walked in there and go, hey, where's my hat? And I just,
But what's the glasses? You already have glasses on you.
I know those are my watching TV. I have 5 sets of glasses now.
Wow. All right.
I went a little crazy with the
I did
glasses.
not know that.
I have my watching TV and going to the gym glasses. I have. Oh, by the way, the show is unofficially sponsored by Chunky's Manhattan Clam Chowder. We Manhattan Clam Chowder, everybody. The best clam chowder
Clam chowder.
there is.
Sure, if you'd say so.
Chowder.
Unofficially sponsored by the way. This is the best soup out there. If you don't fucking tell me it's not.
I mean, you ever make homemade soup?
No, I'm not Italian. I'm Irish. I can't cook.
Have you seen
all you
his
need
kitchen?
is chicken and water, basically, and you can make yourself a
Have you
homemade
seen
soup.
his kitchen?
My
He
refrigerator-
doesn't even have utensils.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I do, but they permanently stay in the dishwasher. I'm one of them guys. I live alone.
I tried to get a spoon to fucking, for my coffee
Yeah.
and everything, and I couldn't find one in the drawer. where
Don't
the
worry.
fucking-
Don't worry. The spoon's been washed 80 times. It's in. I
Can you
do.
at least get that cough checked out?
Huh?
Can you at least get that cough checked
No,
out?
because I don't want to find out if I have anything.
Oh, no, he totally does, right?
Yeah, let me.
He does, right? You noticed it, right? You've noticed it.
No, it's just I'm aging, Chris.
No, it's not.
You know how like your voice ages when you get older?
Obviously, the dip. It's so
Like,
obviously.
like for example, the great Billy Joel. He doesn't sound like he used to sound when he was in his 20s.
Yeah, but Kieran, I can hear you. When I'm in your car with you, I can hear you breathing.
I can hear him breathing right now.
That's because I'm fat. That's different.
Sound like a fucking air conditioner over there. You sound like a car that's idling. I'm kidding. I love Chris.
You want to run down this?
No, I had a bunch of notes. I had a bunch of notes for today. By the way, I don't believe in the moon landing. I just want to throw that out there.
Why don't you believe in the moon landing?
Here's the reason why I don't believe in the moon landing. Like, we went how many missions to the moon did we do?
We did at least a dozen.
A dozen trips to the moon. Guys landed on the moon. They roamed around. They had a little, like a moon doom buggy that you drove around.
We also did a lot of moon orbits.
Moon orbits,
Yeah, we
right?
went around the moon, yeah.
I don't believe in the fucking... And I think maybe TJ might agree with me on this. But
You're not going to go see that Ryan Gosling movie?
fuck that. It never happened.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me hear what you got to say before you start fucking.
On mileage alone. On mileage alone.
That sounds wacky.
There's no chance. All right, you're telling me that back in the 1960s, we sent human beings in a paper-thin fucking rover landing.
It's not paper thin.
But it's parts of it is
Titanium.
parts of it paper-thin.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right, you sent human beings 245,000 miles from the surface of the Earth to another planet, landed a spacecraft on it.
Not a planet, the moon.
The moon, whatever. And then you fucking, beam me up Scotty off of that thing and then flew him back. But since the 1960s, we haven't sent a human being further than 400 miles. Further than 400 miles into space.
Because we have rovers now. They just send over there. Because there's no reason to
So you're telling me in the 1960s,
there's no reason to be on the moon. There's nothing there.
with the technology and capabilities of the 1960s,
What's wrong with that?
they knew perfectly well that a human being could survive a trip into
They
space
did tests before that. They did
245,000 miles.
You know they did tests before. They shot rockets into the air to break the Earth's atmosphere to see if it would make it before they started doing humans. You don't know that? You don't remember the chimpanzee thing? They used to put chimps in fucking...
They fucking used to put chimps?
Yes,
Them motherfuckers.
they did.
Fuck them motherfuckers.
Poor chimps.
You understand?
Government.
But
They
why?
did the
Why?
tests.
Okay, so why haven't we gone back?
Because there's nothing there. There's no resources. There's nothing. So really, when they...
Isn't it a little suspicious
They
that...
currently have rovers on the moon circulating.
Where? Pull it up on your phone. Let me see.
Go ahead, look it up. They have rovers on the moon that like survey the area, and if they find something, they find it. Also, Russians have gone to the moon too, and you have no idea about
No,
that.
they haven't.
Yes, they have.
We have no idea.
Russian space stations, dude. I mean,
Yeah, but
Russians
that's
are like,
400 miles. That's
Russians
like
have gone to the
fucking
moon.
throwing
Russians
a
have
rocket
gone.
hitting that thing. 245,000 miles.
What about
what's
the,
wrong
what
with
about
that?
the Chinese?
In the 1960s.
Haven't the Chinese been doing something too?
No, no one's ever
They got-
sent it.
Who built
No.
the pyramids and before Christ time? I mean, who did
I don't know. I can't explain that shit.
Oh,
the
you can't
moon.
explain that. So we're not
The
capable
moon.
of sending a freaking vessel.
You
to
ever
the
watch
moon.
that documentary on the fucking Netflix? Not that I got my.
Have you ever watched rovers on Mars?
Yeah, I'll watch that one too. But it's a fucking machine.
Do you think that's bullshit too?
The fucking no, I believe that.
They felt that they didn't need to send. They don't need to send humans yet. They want to explore the land. So what they did with it?
Yeah, you just slipped up. No, they're not. They're not. No. Dude, I don't believe it. I just don't.
They're not going to send people to the Mars.
It just doesn't like JFK.
They've already chosen the crew
Isn't
that's
it-
going to go to
isn't it-
Mars.
Wasn't
They
there?
already-
Like, it was the Cold War was going on,
Yeah.
and JFK gave that big fucking speech, like we want to be the first people to the moon.
Sure.
And then 2 years after that speech, we got a man 245,000
That was
miles away
part
from the.
of- That was part of his entry as president. He already knew the space program was going to go to space, going to go to the moon within his time that he was in office.
Well, everybody says that was a distraction. That's why everybody says we never landed on the moon because it was a distraction. But even if that was so, by now we've landed on the moon. You know what I mean? Or you
Yeah.
think?
But
I don't know.
like with propaganda,
One
the way it
small
is,
step for a man.
they could totally have faked it.
One
They could totally have
giant
faked that.
leap for man.
Yeah, but at least agree with me on this. They could have totally faked that, and the public wouldn't have known.
I guess, but like, what's
Like the
point?
documentary-
No one gives a shit.
I know, but it just popped in my head.
If it never
See, this is
happened,
what-
it wouldn't change anyone's life.
This is what happens when you live alone. You think about these things,
Well, you're
but
a
it is
conspiracy
very.
theorist now.
Huh?
You're a conspiracy.
No, I'm
theorist.
not.
That's
Just
exactly
on the
what's
moon
happening.
thing.
But that's what's happening to you. You don't go out. You don't talk to women.
No.
So now you have
I
conspiracy.
go out. I'm out every fucking day.
Yeah, sure you are.
Bada boom, huh?
You haven't been intimate with a woman in 2 years, and you don't think that affects your thought process.
Huh? Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Got one there.
Awful.
We got a lot of technology. We can do that shit. My fucking biggest bitch is that we got all this technology to do that shit, but we can't fucking do like regular shit here. We can't fucking build a car that
Right.
can run for more than fucking. I get it
That
because
car, that car is built.
it is.
just the
But
powers
I
that be
get it
will
because
not.
the money. Because why would you fucking make something that nobody would ever have to buy? A
Look,
car
the
again?
Tesla is a perfect example of what all cars can be. But
Right, but who would?
Yeah.
But why would you want to? I get it. I get it. It's just like fucking. We got the cure for all this fucking shit.
the
but
government
why,
really-
the money's not in the cure. The
listen,
money's
if
in
the
the medicine. I
government
get
really
it.
gave a shit about the environment,
You're
That-
if they really gave a shit, they would give everyone some type of credit to buy an electric car, to subsidize they do, but I'm saying like
on a bigger scale.
on a bigger scale, right? To remove all gas and oil powered vehicles, they would do that, but they won't. Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole fucking bitch I got. It's like you can give it to us. You got it, but
Kieran's
the money's in
Kieran's
the
upset because
fucking,
we moved away from the moon.
No, that's fine. No.
The money is in the fucking medicine, not in the cure.
Sure.
That's my biggest bitch. We have
Sure.
the fucking. We can go to the moon. We can go to fucking Mars. We can do all this shit.
Sure.
And then we're
think we
just still
can.
suffering
What?
down here.
Like Elon Musk, he owns SpaceX, right? He
Yeah.
can't even get a fucking rocket to shoot in the air. You're telling
he
me
will
in the
now.
1960s we fucking built a rocket?
He will now, though.
Dude, he
will.
gets-
now,
When?
now that
They should like the ingredients
now
should be.
that Tesla is not his
Why didn't NASA pass?
priority anymore. Now that's what all he's going to be focused on.
Yeah, but why couldn't
Kieran, Elon Musk shoots a rocket in the air, and then he has it come back and land on a platform in the middle of the ocean.
All right, that's pretty ballsy.
So they don't have to. They can use the rocket. You haven't seen that?
He can fuck it.
You're not very educated on the topic.
No, 200.
You're just shooting from the hip
mileage
here.
alone. Mileage alone.
So what?
I don't believe it.
It didn't happen overnight.
It's 3 miles because there's no gravity.
I know, I get it. It's not like they're,
You sound like a Trump supporter right now. Where
I'm
you're
not.
like,
Fuck
we
that
like
guy.
Trump, and you're like,
gonna be
well, why do you
huge.
like Trump?
I'm
And you're just
huge.
I'm gonna send people to the moon for the first time. It's gonna be
Huge.
huge.
that was great.
Huge.
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 Kieran,
Chris,
huge.
you just made that comment about what Trump said about the California wildfires on your Twitter page.
Oh, what did he say about that?
I mean,
That fucking idiot.
look, here I'm actually a person who says he's done some good things. I'll actually give him credit for that. But when he says shit like that about the wildfires, saying that that's a mismanagement of the people who manage the forest, I mean, it's like that's the most ridiculous. And and he also has a problem with the way California handles earthquakes too, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. It's complete mismanagement of earthquakes.
That fucking those wildfires are going out. It's becoming
fucked
a.
up. But it's also not. Look, if someone starts a fire in a forest, there's very little forest rangers or anybody who's monitoring forests can do. All they can do is find the people who did it and prosecute them.
Yeah.
But if something happens where a cigarette fucking ignites, a
fires
whole forest, there's nothing they can do about it. They're trying to be,
We got the fucking technology to go to the fucking moon. You can't stop a fucking fighter.
It can't stop a fucking fire. Yet we can shoot motherfuckers 245,000 miles into the fucking space and land on another object. Fuck off.
So you agree with Trump then?
Huh?
You agree with Trump?
I'm not agree with
It's a
no.
mismanagement. Oh,
That guy's the worst fucking piece of shit ever. I hate that guy.
It's huge.
It's huge.
What I'm about to do with the forest is huge.
Huge. It's all going to be great.
Clean the mess.
We're going to build a new forest. It's going to be great. It's going to be huge.
I'm going to clean the mess.
It's going to be huge. Lots of wood.
I'm going to bring true Americans to the forest.
Lots of greenery.
There's too many Mexicans in the forest, living in the forest.
Mexico's going to build it.
Mexico is going to manage the forest fires now. We're going to throw the Mexicans in the forest fire. Put it out.
Well, it was a delight having you in studio.
What, are we ending the
I
show?
would do the show at the Spin. I would do it.
You should do it.
But I would promise you that I would do it like the old shows.
Huge.
I can't do the podcasting thing. I don't know how people do. I don't know how. Like I try to do it. Like I need to run my show like a radio show. I don't know how.
So go ahead and do that.
I don't know how people like they get on there like.
Because they don't give a shit.
This is Joe and Timmy's podcast.
That's why the podcast is so watered down, because no one cares about quality anymore.
And everybody can do it.
He was just telling me that about the great Joe Budden on Spotify. How like his audio levels are all fucked up.
Joe Budden I think Joe Budden has a great show, but how are you on that big a scale and your audio fucking sucks?
How is that? How
Because
did
he knows no one really cares about that. They only care about listening to Joe Budden.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't,
but you think audio
here's the thing,
quality's
I don't
gotta be
listen
good.
to it now because of that reason. Like when I'm at work and I want to put it on, the levels aren't right, so I turn it off.
Yeah, over
Because you gotta
modulation.
fucking turn it up so loud to
Right.
hear one person, and then when another person talks, all of a sudden it's so loud. You know what I mean?
I only listen to one podcast.
You don't listen to any podcasts?
Just this one. That's it.
God,
I'm
you got a
loyal.
great friend. You know that?
I'm loyal.
Chris is a loyal
Loyal to
great
the
friend.
end.
He is the. Last night, me and Vlad were talking about the podcast when he called in after Kieran got the DUI, and he goes, "Oh wait," he stops. He goes, "Oh wait, you were the one listener."
Yeah.
It's horrible.
People know about the show though.
They do.
That's what I like to.
Well, they might not watch it live, but they do tune in.
Remember you used to get shout-outs on TV?
Right.
Who was the guy that wore it on some...
Race Car Johnny.
He wore it on the... Right.
On the reality
Right,
television
reality
show.
TV show.
Remember when Anthony Cumia used to listen to the show?
Yeah, he still does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
My show?
Do you...
Why does he call in? I want to talk about his book.
I didn't even know he had a book.
He has a book.
What's it called?
Anthony's book.
I'm fucking nuts.
It's some uncensored or something.
Oh God.
I don't know what it's called. All right.
So what's on the sheet? Come here.
Huh? Oh, no, don't you have to get on a fucking flight to get back to where you need to go?
Minutes. Let's do this.
Hit the bricks, pal. Well, I actually had a note. I was watching The Shining the other
Talked
day.
about The Shining already.
Did we do that already?
Yeah,
About The
next.
Shining.
How I wanted to
Speed round. Let's go.
nothing. I did. No, there's not. 50 Cent doing a great thing, by the way.
What's he doing?
He's trolling Ja Rule. You know how the rapper Ja Rule and 50 Cent. Yeah, well, 50 Cent now, a couple weeks ago, he bought up all the tickets for Ja Rule's concert, so no one showed up, which is great.
Front row
But now apparently he's going one step further. He wants to purchase all of Ja Rule's master recordings,
Right.
so that he can, if he does that, he just makes all Ja Rule's money.
Oh my God.
Even
That's
worse.
awful.
I guess it's brutal. Ja Rule's gonna end up fucking shooting him.
All right, what's next?
Do you want? No, there's nothing. There's really nothing.
What else you got? Come on.
There's nothing else. Have you watched that The God Friended You show on CBS?
Looks awful. Sounds
Yeah,
awful.
fuck that show.
Why does that show exist? Do we need that?
You know why? Because it's CBS, right? And they need to appeal to all the Christians that watch CBS, which is their biggest audience.
Why do we need to do it?
Middle America Christians, that's who watches CBS. And so they're appealing to them by giving them the programming they want.
Let me see if I can look this up. I got nothing else. This is really,
Let me get that sheet.
the moon landing. I need help with the Patreon page. You want to help me out with that? I got to make some money for this.
Oh,
radio.
we talked about the Patreon page.
Yeah, you tell me get to work, and I'm like,
Do your research.
yeah, I did. It's fucking hard.
What's wrong with you, man?
I was filling out tax forms the other day for a show that doesn't even fucking have any listeners. Yeah, there's no toilet paper in my bathroom.
Why don't you have soap on your counter?
Huh?
Why don't you have soap on your
Because it's underneath the counter.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't matter. It's in the fucking area.
I didn't even see it.
It's under the thing.
I had to break open a new soap, everybody. Look.
Do some research.
Here's the box.
Do some research.
I had to break open a new soap.
The box in here.
What are you doing with this shit?
Why don't you have a soap dispenser? That's what grown-ups do. They
Yes,
use soap dispenser.
soap dispenser, and you refill it.
Your soap bars for the shower. Your soap
What
dispenser
do you have
is for...
tell me you have a soap
I
dispenser.
want you to make an effort.
Tell me you have a soap dispenser.
Huh?
Tell me you have a soap dispenser.
I do not.
If you have a chick over here without a soap dispenser...
I did once have a girl over here, and she's like, "Where's your soap?" Exact same thing happened.
I just want everyone to know Kieran uses Dove.
Yeah,
It smells good.
yeah. Put that on my bowl.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
You need something powerful down there.
Yeah. Little fucking disinfectant, you know.
Chris, do you notice where the toilet and mirror location is in the bathroom?
Yeah. I like to take shits and
Is that not
contemplate.
humbling?
No, I didn't notice.
If you sit on the toilet, there's a 6-foot mirror right in front of you.
Why
It's
would you do that?
I didn't do that. The people that designed the place
I
did
don't know
that.
about that.
You think I did that?
I think you might have added that.
I didn't do that. Yeah. Oh, we should get broads in here to take shits.
God, you see his look at his face, Leroy? Like, oh, that's a great idea. That was kind of scary, dude.
Next.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, there's a radio war.
My girlfriend would never take a
And,
Back in New York, yeah, the
Mike
sports.
Francesa and Greg Giannotti.
ever since me and Dog split up, everybody's bullied me.
Oh, the Craig Carton thing.
Oh, what happened?
The guy that would hosted the #1 sports talk radio show in New
he's
York.
So he got sentenced to 45. No,
40
he didn't get sentenced yet, actually.
Sentencing's on
But they're
February
saying-
27th.
They're saying he can get up to 45 years.
Apparently,
Who's
he
this Craig guy and what does he do?
he hosted a sport. He was a
He's
#1 rated.
He's a lifelong sports radio guy, and he's had like a lot of chances. He's always screwed up in every market he's been to, but he teamed up with Boomer Esiason, who used to play for the Jets and the Bengals, and they had the #1 radio show in New York for like 5 years.
10 years.
10 years.
I know the guy that produces the show. He's my friend.
Oh, Al Dukes.
Al Dukes.
And he apparently uses celebrity to start this this Ponzi scheme type situation where he's saying they became like a ticketing agency where they buy up all the inventory.
They would buy bulk tickets, like
Right,
for Metallica, they would buy like 30,000 fucking
And they would
tickets.
sell it on the secondary market, and the investment, from different people to buy up all those tickets was never returned.
Right.
So he was just pocketing the money. He kept getting investments, and like he would give them like payouts here and there, but nothing ever substantial. So he just kept going to different people,
This sounds
But the
like-
other part of the story is that he also would take that money that people invested and he would
gamble.
He would gamble with it, and he would also pay off his debts to casinos.
Right,
with it.
right.
It is like hashtag white people problems, I think.
This is
Well, it's definitely a
because
white guy.
yeah, black guy's not doing this one.
No, I mean they'll get a pound of weed fronted to them, and then they fucking won't pay the guy back, so they got to take that money and go to a different guy and actually pay.
You apply that logic, sure, it makes sense.
He was living well beyond his means.
Of course he was, but he was also
He had like
he was a gambling addict.
He had a 6-bathroom fucking house in New
Tribeca.
Jersey. Yeah,
in Tribeca.
he had a house in New Jersey
and he has
too.
an apartment in Tribeca.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Here you host a fucking sports talk show on a fucking radio station.
Millions of dollars.
Wait, how is nobody clipping him though? Like once you don't get your investments back, like
because it wasn't, he was paying off loan sharks, so he wouldn't get clipped, but he was going to white collar, people to get investments, so they're not going to clip him.
Oh, okay, I see.
They're gonna go to the police. They're gonna sue him, and they're gonna say this guy's committing fraud.
And then finally they caught up.
And they
to
finally
him.
caught him, and
he's not going to do 45 years.
He's
But how long
still
did he?
trial. He's still trial. Listen, two things could happen. Either, a judge is gonna make an example out of him, which they usually tend to do in these high profile cases, or they fucking give him a slap on the wrist and he does like 5 years.
It's fucking crazy though.
That's
is
a big
crazy.
fucking difference, 45 and 5.
He's got to come up with a way to get a reduced sentence. He has to come up with a way to, help the people that he screwed over. And if he does that, but he's not doing that because he's saying
He's always been like that. Craig
He's a
Carton
piece of
is
shit.
Yeah, he's not a piece of shit. I met him once. He's really fucking
I've
nice.
always heard he's a piece of shit.
Well, just because he's nice.
But I remember I went up to that show to see how like radio show, like a sports talk radio show works. So I was in the control room
with Al Dukes.
And he said that like he would mention stuff about Craig, like, oh, I can't talk to Craig. He might have gotten in trouble. I can't tell you. It was like allusions to Craig like doing wild things, but he would never.
He was doing them behind people's back.
But he always seems like a nice guy. Like when I met him, he seemed like a nice
so
guy.
What if he's a nice guy?
You know how many
so
fucking
what?
nice guys you
Doesn't
meet in
mean
your
shit,
lifetime that are
man.
pieces of
But he was
shit.
nice. He was fucking like a.
You know what I mean?
He
Like, behind
approached
closed
me
doors,
like,
a piece of shit.
he was a nice guy. He was like, yeah, who are you? I was like, this. I'm like that guy. Huh?
You're gullible.
Why don't you go become his radio partner in jail?
Oh, fucking. Well, to be honest with you, that'd be a step
Live
up.
in the state prison.
Be a
Live
step
from
up.
upstate New
So he's
York.
going to either get a slap on the wrist or he's going to get... Because the thing is, he's not looking to fix anything. He's going to take his sentence and then appeal. He's already said that.
Yeah.
So it just shows you the guy has zero remorse.
Hashtag white people.
Yeah, seriously. It's fucked up.
Because then they just keep going and going. Don't you guys get... the only black person that does that is like R. Kelly. You guys ever noticed that R. Kelly still hasn't fucking done a day in prison?
How does R. Kelly get away
Fucking
with it?
Bill Cosby goes to jail, but R. Kelly is just still walking around singing. I just seen him on Instagram earlier today on somebody's page, just singing fucking Sam Cooke. Just singing a Sam Cooke song, living his best life.
Isn't it sad that Bill Cosby's in jail? I mean, I know he deserves
It's not
it. But
sad, but it is. But here's the thing.
like, this guy lived his whole life, and now
It's a bad way to end life.
he's going to die in
It's
prison.
a bad way to end life, but the thing is he's in jail, and there's so many people that just aren't in jail.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know how R. Kelly is. I mean, literally.
That motherfucker's
There's
still
video,
walking around.
right? There was video.
He peed on like a 15-year-old, didn't he?
He had a glass this morning. I seen him. Last night. He had a glass. He had a cigar. And he was just singing Sam Cooke tunes. With a fucking big diamond chain on. Got paid just
Follow
to do
him
a
on
walkthrough.
Instagram, do you?
He was on. No, it was another guy that was
Video
basically what the
him?
Instagram post was about was. He was singing backstage with another guy,
okay.
up and coming guy, and this guy was doing so much better than him. R. Kelly sound like Kieran, like how Kieran fucking talks with his raspy voice and his it sounded like
And his
that.
burping.
Anyway,
Why'd
that's
you-
what the thing was about. I
Why'd
don't
you rip
follow
up
the
the
guy.
topics of the day?
Huh? They're done.
No, there's one more.
You know who I like, though? I was watching the election day coverage.
Yeah.
There's a chick on CNN called S.E. Cup. She's an analyst. I like that, Brody. I just want to point that out.
I haven't
And by
never
the way,
seen
why do all the female news anchors on Fox News have to be blonde?
Can you bring
You
her
notice
up on
that?
the
They're all
big screen?
blonde. Huh?
Can you bring her up on the big screen?
I can't bring it. It's like a whole thing.
What's this thing here for?
It's fucking... it's screensaver.
Why can't you just do clips up here?
Huh?
Like in the news.
Why don't you do clips up there? There you go. Bringing it back. Way to wrap it up in a bow.
We're not wrapping it up. We got
Huh?
10 more minutes.
One more thing.
We don't have 10
haven't
more
said
minutes.
nothing about the elections. How do you guys feel about the midterms and what's going on? I mean, Fucking let's hear it.
I tell you what, there's the local election out here in Phoenix, Chris. There's this chick named Kristen Sinema, right? She's running against Martha McSally, right? And they haven't even like counted all the votes yet.
I know.
They haven't even counted all the votes yet. But I like this Kristen Sinema. You know why?
Why? She's
a fucking go-getter. She's bisexual.
So she's getting both the men and female.
And this is the people that we don't want going to our polls. I'm going to vote
I didn't
for her
go to the poll.
because she's but who cares about her sexuality,
I do.
asshole?
I care
Who's the
about her.
Republican?
She's a fucking freak in the sheets.
Who's the Republican?
Some broad named Martha. Who the fuck's...
Who's going to vote
That's
for
a
Martha?
perfect.
Hit the bricks,
Republican
pal.
name.
I had to get that out. I had to get that whole bisexual thing out of the way so I can start talking shit. I feel like I can't start talking shit until I say, "Hey, Kieran, that's not right." But since you said it, you know,
Martha.
The problem with where I live in New York, it's all Democrats. So the real election's the primary. Most of the races are already decided because they're all like unopposed. Because there really is no Republican Party.
Yeah, you
in New
can't
York.
win.
So it's kind of a shitty thing because it doesn't really motivate you to vote in New York because
Well, they got to get
your vote really doesn't go anywhere. So like I voted in the
New York. Yeah, I could see
I voted
that.
in the primary because it counts, you know, because that's who's going to go on to win the general election no matter what. So
Yeah.
So I actually didn't vote on election day because it was pointless, and I voted in the primaries where my vote was actually effective.
This is what I got for you, Chris.
Right.
That's actually fucking. I'm glad that you explain why you didn't vote. Because
Right.
you actually have a reason why you didn't vote.
Yeah, it's a fucked up system.
I'm out here
Right.
where you say, "Hey, why didn't you vote?" And they're just like they have nothing. Like, "Oh,
Right.
my vote doesn't count." But they don't
Arizona,
research
you're
how,
talking
in
about.
Arizona. They don't research why their vote doesn't count. I don't care who you're going to vote for. Just go out and vote. And if you don't vote, have a reason that you're not voting.
Right.
Don't
I didn't
not
have-
go out because you're lazy.
I didn't have any propositions to vote on. I had a governor race that I knew the governor was going to win in a landslide, which he did. I had a congresswoman that was basically unopposed, like some guy no one's ever heard of is like running, but like he's not even like
No, I
you just
get
know
you.
that he's not even like campaigning. He's not even
Right.
campaigning. He's just there because the Republican Party that does exist just wanted a warm body to run against her, but she was going to win no matter what. And so, like, it does fuck up your feelings.
But that's my point, though. That's your
Yeah.
reason. You actually have a reason why
I'm
you didn't vote.
actually
except
pissed
for
off
being
about
like, I'm lazy. I don't feel like going to
Because
vote. I'd rather somebody like you not vote
Yeah.
than somebody that just does it because
Right.
doesn't vote because they're too fucking lazy to look up candidates.
It pisses me off that my vote for president means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, because you live in New York.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
Mine didn't either, obviously.
It sucks because it's just like, what's the point? What's the point?
You
of
gotta
me getting
move to
excited?
one of them swing states.
Yeah, I gotta move to a swing state.
But
That's
you
the
did
only-
bring up a good point.
Yeah.
There wasn't any good propositions for
Right.
you.
Right.
But
That
let me tell you,
weed.
I was going to say, in my home state, big proposition one, and I would like to announce
Finger banger broads.
that congratulations because no, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's proposition.
But congratulations because the
I call
war
that
on
Proposition
drugs,
3.
drugs is winning right now on the war on drugs. They passed.
Drugs is winning?
legalized Drugs is
Yeah,
winning.
yeah. In Michigan is
Legalized
home.
marijuana in Michigan.
You like the weed?
Arizona's next.
I mean, I don't smoke, but people can smoke if they want to.
Hmm.
It's just not for me.
What about edibles?
No, I'm into any of that stuff.
I was thinking about trying.
But
I was
everyone
telling
should
Leroy.
be able to, do it if they want to.
I think economically it makes
And
sense.
also, yeah, it'll
Because drinking, there was at one point drinking was fucking illegal. You know what I mean?
Right.
And drinking's to me way worse than weed. And
I mean, think about all the
that's
taxes
legal.
we can collect on selling weed.
Oh, they're already just the medical marijuana states.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's great.
it's a $1 billion company.
So now that
road's
the
fixed.
Democrats got the House right after the election day, do you think fucking Trump is going to be a four-year president, one term and out,
He's one and done.
one and
No, I
done?
don't think so, man.
He's one and done.
Hold on, Leroy, you guys talking to Mike. What?
The
Go ahead.
midterms are just like kind of like you can voice your opinion against the standing president.
Mm.
But when the re-election comes up, though, after the 4 years, there could be a motivation for his supporters to get out there.
Right.
Which is what's going to happen.
But I think he's just kind of dug himself a
I don't
little bit
think
of a
so,
hole.
man. I don't think so. It's
You
scary.
said it earlier about
I know
the
that.
forest fire thing.
I know
I'm
that.
kind of
Guess what?
leaning
Guess
towards him
what?
too, but
Guess what? I know it's crazy, but his supporters they're just,
fucking batshit.
They're
Man.
just blocking that out.
This is what's wrong with the Democratic Party is because they're all sponsored by like you know the Hollywood types and stuff.
Campbell's Chunky Manhattan Clam Chowder.
Kieran sold out. It's a chunky soup.
That's right.
Yeah,
But like
they're their worst enemy because
They are.
they do stuff and it motivates
fuck
like
each other
people in the
over.
middle to be like, fuck them, I'm voting for the Republicans.
Listen, let's talk about what happened. Quickly here. Let's talk about what happened in the last election. They fucked themselves over because they had committed 100% to Hillary Clinton, no matter what.
Right.
She
pushed
stepped
Bernie to
down
the
so
side.
Obama could win, and they pushed aside this guy who had the hearts
Bernie.
of everybody.
Bernie, huh?
And she was a cold fish that nobody wanted because she's been recycled and damaged goods and whatever.
Bernie was sincere.
He
Yeah.
was right. He was sincere. He
Yeah.
had the heart. He was the only person that could
Go Bernie!
that could
Like, you
potentially
wanna smoke weed, smoke weed.
put a dent in this
you
guy's
wanna-
momentum.
Right.
He would have taken him
That
to
would've been a
task.
fight.
He wouldn't have been bullied, and that's what
He
happened.
would've won.
He would have won.
If
100%.
Well, I was just going to say is that we hear this term all the time, that the lesser of two evils.
Right.
I think that's what happened when we decided to have Hillary instead of Bernie. Now you can make it
But they
so much
fucked him-
easier.
Listen, they fucked him over. It wasn't even. It
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
even
they
like,
fucked him over.
They
But what
fucked
I'm
him
saying
over.
is,
and that's what the Democratic Party does. They get in their own way.
and then you have a lesser of two evils.
And
fucking
nothing
vote.
in the last 2 years has told anyone that they're not going to do that to themselves again.
the Democrats have that super delicate deal
Yeah.
that basically is the reason why Bernie didn't even have a chance. He was
Right.
winning a lot of
Yeah, he
races
did.
along
Yeah.
the way, but then like the super delegates
were
were like, "Nah, we'll
sabotaging
give
him.
it to Hillary,"
They were sabotaging him every step of the
Yeah.
way. Absolutely.
and she was condescending to people, and
She was arrogant. It's,
yeah, she's just not.
She fucked herself over.
She's
the
not
fact that
legitimate.
she wasn't. She wasn't.
I just hate how she tried to get the black vote by always having hot sauce in her purse. I thought that
Oh,
was a real
my-
fucking bitch move. You know,
This is-
I
this
didn't
is-
like that. I was like,
seriously,
fuck you.
this is
That's when
where
I
she-
really started. You know what I mean? I really don't like Hillary, but I really started kind of hating her when I seen that, and I'm kind of like, fuck you, bitch.
This is where she lost me completely. I got to be honest with you. And this is so stupid, but she was in the Bronx, and she was playing dominoes with this Dominican guy on a milk crate, and she was like pretending like that she was, all knowing. And I was like, oh, you can see right through that.
You can see
It's
right
such
through it,
bullshit.
man. You know it's a fucking stunt. Like, it's not
it was the
genuine. Like,
worst.
give me Bernie, who's going to be in the shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, Bernie was in the middle of the shit. And really in the middle of shit. Not with, like, fucking a million fucking security guards. Not like that fucking... Remember back in Chicago, way back in the days, Caprini Green projects, right? They fucking boarded up all these fucking... They welded shut all these doors because this senator or some shit went there. Mayor, I forget what she was. And they were having her stay there for a week or whatever. You guys remember that? Okay. Well, anyway, what happened was, you know what I mean? It was a big fucking thing. That's what I feel like Hillary did, is that she planned this shit out to be fucking, you know what I mean? Like, it's not genuine, is what I'm saying.
Who's going to be the next president? Black guy or hot broad?
It's gonna be Donald Trump. Man.
No, I mean, well, besides him, what do you think?
He's gonna abolish term limits.
It's going to be huge.
I'm gonna keep winning.
Huge.
The American people.
It's going to be a tremendous
have
8 years.
spoken.
Huge.
I'm going to have a huge campaign, and we're going to bring it home. We're going to continue to make America great again.
How do you have 4 years?
Who's the Democratic Party trotting out in 2 years?
Cory Booker.
He's got a lot of
aren't they saying,
skeletons in his closet.
Aren't they
unfortunately.
saying it's that?
What about
that
Michael
old
Bloomberg?
York guy?
Don't you think that there was a guy or a woman that was their choice? They'd start fucking planting seeds into everyone now.
It's supposed to
They got
start now.
nothing. Yeah, they got
all
nothing.
they're trying to do is like talk shit and kind of derail Trump's agenda, which is fine. But there's nobody.
It didn't work for them the last
Yeah,
time.
there's nobody.
He just calls fake news on everything. It's fake news. Fake news.
Right.
Fake news.
They
It's-
banished that Jim Acosta from the White House.
Yeah, did you see that fucking...
Fake news. Get
Wish-
him out of here.
wish they
He's
should-
got a bouncer, and he just like bounces.
Which they should do because he was antagonizing. They're not doing their job.
No,
as
here's what
reporters.
happened. As a former journalist, here's what's happening with the media and Donald Trump. He's because they've now become contentious. there is a slant in the media. No one is ever highlighting something his cabinet has done well. So
Unless it's Fox News.
But so he can constantly point to that and say, they're never going to give me a fair shake. Right. So obviously everyone's out to get me.
So CNN's fucking up.
Right. They all are because they're not reporting in a responsible way. They all want to trip him up.
And they got him elected because remember when he was
they totally did.
Primaries,
it totally backfired.
In the primaries, they were like promoting him 24/7. And then when he got the nomination,
because
they were
he's a reality star, he gets ratings.
They thought he had no chance to win against Hillary, and they're just fucking idiots.
They are.
They really are.
But he played them because that's what he does best. He loves and manipulates the media, and he knows how to do it, and he's great at it. Which is what he's now. His supporters go when he does something to the media. His supporters go, "Fucking great, good for him, man. Fuck the media. Yeah, good for them." And that's like the media is there to protect you, but they haven't. They've now become contentious with the president. And it's turning against them.
Do you remember when CNN actually produced news stories, and they would give you stuff that happened around the world, and stuff that was actually important.
Now it's just all analytic.
No, now you just
now
get
it's all
this
analytical
bickering.
and debating, and it's become sports talk radio. That's what it's become.
CNN needs to listen to Lunatic Radio and get their shit together. And
this is where the real shit happens.
They need to clean the swamp over there.
Yeah, fucking
drain the swamp.
Drain the swamp. Here's the
swamp.
Here's the
Trump. The swamp.
Here's the Trump and Jim Acosta fucking exchange. You want to hear this or no?
Did
you hear this?
And guess what's going to be at the bottom of that swamp when you drain it?
Fake news.
Me rolling around in that swamp.
Me run the country, you run CNN,
all right.
And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask one other question, Mr. President, if I may ask one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
that's enough.
I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other question, if I may ask.
By the way, he's like
Bruno, get him out of here, Bruno.
He's 10 feet. He is less than 10 feet away from Jim Acosta, and he's like pointing at him like.
La, I'm not listening to you, la.
Right.
He acts like that.
But like freedom of the press, right?
Sure.
What the fuck? No?
Listen,
no more?
If they were really smart, they would
on the Russian
throw him some softballs, make him feel comfortable.
That you may have
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Look,
security.
He's like, there's a lady blocking Jim Acosta from talking, and Trump just pushes away from the podium, and Walker's like, "Get this fucking guy out of here!"
Drop the mic.
It's almost like the body language you would have like if two guys are about to fight in a bar. You know what I mean?
Basically, the thing is, no one's ever done this before, and he's getting away with it because he has rabid supporters.
Crazy. They're crazy. My dad's a supporter of Trump. My dad's fucking insane.
Most of my family is.
He yells at a TV all day.
They love Trump, man.
Like my mom will turn on NBC and will just yell the word communist, even if it's like fucking The Voice is playing.
The guy makes no sense half the time.
You know what I mean? He thinks Carson Daly's a fucking communist.
Look, he's going to run on the same thing he ran on the last time, and he's going to point to the economy being where it is and say, that's all you need.
I think there's some truth.
Right.
I think there's some truth to that, just because I really do believe that last election at the beginning, when he first started running for president, campaigning and all that stuff, he's kind of like, I'm just going to do it.
He didn't think he was going to win.
And he really didn't believe it. And now that he knows he's the president, now he actually fucking is like, dude, I did this once. Like, I can actually do this. I think it was a fucking accident.
Yeah.
I really do.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I think the first night that he stayed in the White House, or he doesn't stay in the White House, but the first day he was there, I really do believe that he was like behind closed doors, like, oh, fuck. What the fuck just happened?
Fuck, I'm going to win.
I just won this thing.
The whole reason why he ran
this is huge.
Was to launch a network. He was going to launch a network. That was the whole
his TV network.
Yeah, that was in the works. It was already going to be announced. As soon as he lost or bowed out,
right,
he was going to launch the network the next day. Everyone knew about that because they were just waiting for him, and he was using this platform, which is what he's great at. He's great at TV. He's great at drama.
Do you think the tax returns is going to sink him?
No, nothing. This guy's Teflon, man. He'll find a way to wiggle
Teflon
out.
Don.
It's Teflon Don, man. Teflon Don.
Even more than Gotti.
More than Gotti.
I could shoot somebody in Times Square.
Is John Gotti your idol?
Listen to me.
Answer the question. John Gotti your idol. Go.
They can come at me any which way they want.
It's huge.
I will win bigly.
Do you think he banged his daughter?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. What the fuck?
Do you think Donald Trump has fucking tossed one off to his daughter's tits?
Probably.
No.
I think he's tossed one off to himself.
Of course he has.
Huge.
Fucking narcissistic.
Just look in the mirror and go, oh, look at my orange skin.
Did you notice that Stormy Daniels kind of looks like Ivanka?
I mean, I don't know.
A little bit. She's got the fucking...
That was all bullshit, too. And we fucked that up, too, because we gave her some sort of credibility.
You know, she was dancing at Gossip on Route 110.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that Anderson Cooper, okay, fucking CNN, has an exclusive story with Stormy Daniels, like, you ruin your credibility because you took this girl who took money for sex on your show, and it's like, he didn't do anything wrong there. They had an agreement, and he had sex with her, and that's it.
Yeah, but he tried to cover it up.
But because he doesn't want to deal.
No, but he did it like 2 weeks before the election.
Right.
That's something.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We've already all that bullshit is a smokescreen, and we've already learned that that's not going to take him down. If that fucking Hollywood.
Yeah, but if they can get him on
that bus thing didn't get him.
Russian collusion.
And that was 2 weeks before. That was 2 weeks before the election. Everybody said he's done. He's done. He just buried himself. He's done. It didn't matter.
Teflon Don.
So
huge.
Just like right now, they keep talking about this fucking the investigations and all this shit. That shit ain't nothing's ever happened.
It's all smoke screen.
He's still walking around like R. Kelly.
Yeah, but don't
you gotta take this guy. You gotta take this guy down in his own game. You gotta play the media just like.
But wouldn't you like to have a fucking president that you kind of don't even pay attention to, and he's just doing his job?
Sure.
And he's doing things right.
Yes.
Sure. Absolutely.
We shouldn't all be involved 24/7, 7 days a week with fucking politics.
Our fucking presidency's entertainment.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like
it's
you can't
stupid.
turn on any channel without something
It's
being
toxic.
about him.
Don't you? It's fucking toxic as all shit.
It's actually exhausting.
Huh?
Tara M's
Yeah, she fucking loves us.
Good for you, Karen.
Yeah, you know, we do a little of that fucking entertaining. People come. If you fucking build it, they will come.
I'm voting for
much like you and your comedy club in New York City. If you build it, they'll come. If you don't build it, they're not coming. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you mind building that thing? So
Yeah,
we can
you
go
mind?
visit it.
If we gotta come visit.
The building department gets in your way. Just build it anyway and risk everything.
Can you build it like next door to that then, since they won't let you build it where it's
No, because
at?
then you would need permits for next door.
What about across the street?
Even that.
Fuck.
You gotta still have. You're gonna have like a
Saratoga?
big ass marquee.
We're gonna build a big marquee. Yeah.
Big marquee.
Yeah. And even a biz marquee.
Biz marquee. Who are you gonna have open the place?
You, Kieran.
Me?
Have you?
I'm gonna be on fucking. Be the last guy up.
Welcome to Lunatic Radio. Live at the stand.
Yeah. Fucking.
Be back after this.
You think Rock would participate on that shit?
He should.
Yeah. I can't make it today. I gotta fucking do some graphics for Rory.
So I wanted to say something about this too, because so the listeners know. Tell the cool story about the Kevin Hart story about Chris's club and.
Oh yeah.
We're going back to this.
No, you ever told? Did you tell it on the story?
No, we're going back to my club again.
No, I like your club. Don't you not like your club?
We're trying to promote you a little bit, man.
What happened with Kevin Hart?
For these 5 listeners.
Huh? That he stopped in?
No, it was a good little anecdote that you told me about Kevin Hart.
Which one? That was
the one that
his wife likes the food.
He likes the food at your club. That's why.
Right, because he used to tour with his wife, and every time he'd come to New York, she couldn't stand going anywhere else. So she would set up shop at the stand and hang out there all night, and he'd have to do all the spots there.
That's fucking awesome.
It's a good fucking thing to
That's
have.
awesome,
Because you got a good chef.
Because she didn't want to leave. She didn't want to leave and go somewhere else. She's like, I'm just gonna hang out here. If you need to go to another club to do another spot, go do it. But I'm gonna be here. He just wind up hanging out there all night. So and
just jump on.
Trying out new material and shit.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
a treat.
trying out material.
You're there for amateur night, and then Kevin Hart walks in because you have
There's
good
no
food.
amateur night.
Yeah, in New York there isn't.
Well, not amateur night, but you know what I mean.
What is this?
There's not a fucking
Amateur hour.
This is amateur hour right now.
Yeah, that's
And I've been doing it for 17 years.
Hey, Chris, you gotta pay a pretty penny for him to be in there, Kevin Hart? Or?
No. See, so what happens is like the bigger guys, they need to work out their materials. So what they do is they just pop into different clubs around New York City and even LA just to run time, because before they go do their theater shows, their arena shows or whatever, they need to run this, new material on a smaller scale, so it doesn't like affect them.
Right.
You know, so if they run it in front of 80 people versus 5,000 people,
Just to test it out.
yeah, it makes more sense to do it that way. So guys like Kevin Hart, Bill Burr, and all these big comics, they'll drop into smaller clubs and run new material. And like Chris Rock, like he tries to make sure that wherever he goes, no one's filming his small sets because he doesn't want any of that
leaks.
Yeah, because he's like working on new shit. They're not finished jokes.
Yeah.
He doesn't want that to go out, so he makes sure everyone shuts off their phones when they go on stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Seeing comedy in New York is special because you go there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can
see anyone.
It's amazing who you can see. Yeah,
There's people just popping in. It's kind of like practice. They just kind of pop in for a little batting practice.
Too, like Tracy Morgan was coming in every Wednesday.
Yeah.
We get pop. Louis C.K. was coming there before all that shit happened.
Was he coming in there, or was he
jerking off? No, I gotta say, never jerked off in front of anybody. He also never asked to jerk off in front of anybody at our place.
No.
Do
you feel left out?
How do you feel about him coming back to do? I think it's all right.
I think it's all right. I think people need to get over it. He faced.
It wasn't. He's just bad with women. He's like me.
He's faced his punishment. He's suffered for the consequences. He's lost a ton of money.
Maybe Louis C.K. should have done the 30-day fucking.
The court of public opinion.
The court of public opinion. That's really what it is. Because he didn't. I mean, did he really? I mean, he didn't fucking rape anybody. We got rapists.
No, he was just like, hey,
Look, he just asked people if that was maybe one of his fetishes. He asked people to do something. It's inappropriate.
And most people would say that, like, especially with those two girls, the original two girls that he brought to his hotel room, he used to do that. He used to ask people innocently, hey, can you come back? I want to jerk off in front of you. Would you mind coming back? Some people would just say yes because they just thought it was a good laugh.
They're like, oh, this is Louis C.K.
Didn't he do it?
This is before he became famous.
This is
really?
he did it in front of Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, and she did this whole story about how like he would ask her all the time, and sometimes she'd
that's what I'm saying. He's asking for permission,
right,
for you to stand there. He's not even touching you,
right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So the court. What is it? How do you say?
Court of public opinion.
Court of public opinion. Sometimes, man, fuck you guys, because you know what? This guy's kind of. I mean, it's his life.
Everybody wants to be offended and outraged.
They want a fucking reason to be involved.
The internet's ruined a lot of shit, man.
It has.
It really is.
But he also went and, when he realized it was starting to get to a point where, people were pissed off about it, he wrote to all the women he felt like he might have put into a comfortable situation and said, hey, I'm really sorry if I ever, put you in a weird situation. I'm just learning that this is really inappropriate, and I'm getting help.
Just learning.
He's saying I'm getting help for it. Yeah. I'm not doing it anymore, but I just wanted to apologize to you. And if you want, I will go public with my apology. And to each person, they all said, no, it's okay. Thank you for acknowledging it, whatever. And they still talked to the press when New York Times was investigating that story. So it's fucked up. They really did put him in a weird situation. I'm not saying what he did was right, because it's not. Oh, shit. Nice beat.
You like it? This is our wrap up. We're going to wrap it up. You got to get on a plane.
Let's go.
All right. Thank you for Chris Satelli for coming down. Stand NYC. Look it up on the Googles.
No jerking off for 30 days.
Comedy Club coming to you shortly.
Yes.
Maybe New Year's Eve. Good for you. Thank you to TJ for joining us. Hey, thank you, by the way, for treating us to a nice night of comedy last night at the House of Comedy.
You're an awesome host. This isn't even your town, and you're an awesome host.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come in my town, though. I'll say that.
Yeah. Maybe we should. No, don't build a comedy because you have your friend out here. Yeah. Thank you to Leroy Jenks coming down.
Leroy Jenkins.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Chris to go back to New York. What do you think about
get
that?
Some sleep.
That's what I think about it.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Lunatic Radio. And if you'd like to, donate to the lunaticradio.com show, log on to our website.
Listen, donate because he's going to be going through withdrawals. He's going to need
Right.
something else to distract him.
All right, I'm gonna need to venture out and find some birds.
He's going to have to do the radio show 4 days a week because he's going to need a distraction.
I'm gonna be a grumpy motherfucker.
Yes.
Next week, we're starting the 30-day No Jack.
No Jack.
No Jack, 3 compliments.
Yes.
You're gonna call in next week?
Yeah, I'll call him.
All right, I'll remind you. All right.
Woo!
All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you to Chris Talia, TJ from Detroit, and the great Leroy Jenkins. Peace, everybody.